Yeah. I hear you.
Let's see here. A lot of wind noise going on, or maybe it's your.
Oh yeah, no, I'm walking around. I forget this thing bumps
Oh,
into the fucking. I
bumping
just gotta
shit.
grab my fucking. I gotta grab my my beanie and. It's,
Huh. It says we're live, but that's weird.
yeah, it says we're live, but that's probably just a psyop.
Oh no, we're live. Okay, it wasn't showing up.
Because everything nowadays is psyop from PR firms. Gotta remember that.
Oh, there's like a moderator thing. Okay.
Psyop firms. Gotta remember that.
Oh, there's like a moderator thing. Okay.
So yeah, I was hanging out at the park with the puppy, as per usual.
Oh, you were hanging out with the
And then it's
dog.
dude.
Okay.
So yeah, I was hanging out at the park with. Yeah, and there was like people there with their kids
All
and
right, cool.
shit.
So we're live, and that's all working. And you're hanging out with the dog. All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and like he always wants to like fucking anytime there's people around, he wants to hang out with them and shit. But I don't like to like just let him go up to like especially kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he especially wants to fucking hang out with kids, so that's all he goes after almost. So we were kind of close to the playground, but like I keep him away from the actual playground area. So we were close enough where he could like fucking see the kids and shit, and the kids are like waving to him and fucking talking to him and shit. But I still, unless I get like an okay from the parents, I just don't let him go near him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
Pretty
then
reasonable.
yeah, and then he just like laid down, which he doesn't do a lot. Like he rarely just lays down when he's with me and shit. So then I like sit down, and then he like climbs into my lap, which is also very he doesn't do that a whole lot, where he just lays in my lap and just stays there.
Yeah.
But we're like 20 feet, like well, not 20 feet, probably like 40 or 50 feet away from like the kids' playground. So I'm like, all right, this like it register right away, but after a few minutes, I'm like, this probably looks incredibly fucking creepy. You know what I mean? I'm like,
What?
maybe, yeah. Now, just the fact that I'm like sitting like Indian style, like 40 or 50 feet away from like a playground with a fucking dog crawling in my lap, staring at the kids. The dog, not
Oh,
me.
oh, that is weird. Yeah, that,
Yeah,
that
it
would
didn't
be a
occur to
little
me right
odd.
away. Yeah, although we're kind of interacting. The parents were on like one bench a little ways away, and they had like this little dog, and my dog and his dog were yapping at each other, both of them pretending like they're fucking tough guys.
I
Yeah,
kind
so
of
there was a
feel though
little
like
interaction, I guess.
almost everything can just be explained away by people who just be like, "Oh, it's something to do with the dog," like, and they'll just leave it be.
All right. Yeah, they didn't seem to be like giving me weird looks or anything, but I still was like, yeah. But then it
Not
was
just
time to
because
go
like this
anyway. So
society now is suddenly like if you're an adult male and you're anywhere near children, somehow you're a bad person.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Like I'm thinking they're having a conversation. Like, yeah, no, I heard these pedos now. They bring a dog along to disarm you.
yeah.
Think they're not going to rape your children or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably not, but
Well, it's like
it is
because
a
there's like
possibility.
a less than a thousandth of a percent chance, that you might be like a bad person who's there to mess with the kids. Suddenly, just
Yeah,
because you happen to be like the same gender, we just can't have you around them at all.
yeah, yeah. But you don't want to be wrong in that situation either. So it's a tough situation all around, I guess. Fucking pedos making it
Mm-hmm.
tough for us normal folks who like to, don't have any interest in fucking kids.
Well, people were worried about pedos and not worried about every single male for a while, and it was pretty all right.
But yeah, yeah. But now we're all guilty of something.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're white. I mean, being white is just totally evil right now.
Oh yeah, yep. Original sin, dude. But it's like ideologically driven instead of like religiously
Yeah.
driven.
Yep. I'm still eating my sandwich from lunch.
Uh,
Very late lunch.
yeah, you prepped them. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to cook something. It just occurred to me that I have not eaten today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I think I'll probably throw a pizza in or something.
You'll
Eat that.
die. You'll die of starvation.
Yeah, most likely. Odds are.
Yeah, of all the things you could potentially die from, that's totally going to be the one.
Yeah. I have 30 minutes to live, I'm sure. It's not like I have a bunch of fat stored up for the winter.
No. Those are some damn good croissants.
Yeah.
I had
Well,
a
they're
turkey,
usually
potato
good.
salad, lettuce, and cheese croissant sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's,
That sounds pretty good.
I ordered the croissants from like one of those stupid like deliver your food things from like a donut shop, and like they were surprisingly really good for like sandwiches, like way better than the average.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fuck up a croissant, I think. It's rare that I've had one. I'm like, oh, this is gross. Like, they're always pretty good.
Oh, these were not like just better than fucked up. These were like way above average, like really good.
Uh, yeah, there's a bakery in our town yeah, same thing, dude. Croissants are fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was just like
And
this is the
they'll make
perfect
like,
sandwich croissants for some reason. It was very tiny arms, big round fucking thing, and like the perfect density. So I don't know, it was crazy.
yeah, nice, light and flaky,
Mm-hmm.
but not too flaky. Yeah, nice and buttery.
Yep, for sure. With the turkey, you
Yeah, the
can't
one
go
I went
wrong.
to, it was like a breakfast one that I got, so it was basically just ham and cheese.
Mm.
But again, yeah, good ham, good cheese, and yeah, really good fucking nice soft flaky, not dry flaky, but just well, it's a fucking croissant. It's a really good croissant. Yeah. When you get a hold of a really good one, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, this is like I might consider if I wanted to do like because every once in a while we do like a night where we make sandwiches, right? Or like
Yeah,
BLTs or regular deli sandwiches, whatever, something along those lines. I was like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
might be worth ordering like one for each of us and fucking using their croissants for that meal
Mm,
instead of getting them from like a Safeway or some shit like that. Because the Safeway
yeah,
ones, they'll be
yeah,
all right.
yeah. They're not bad,
Yeah, they're
but
not
yeah, there's
bad, but
definitely better croissants.
yeah, exactly. And this is a much better croissant. It's like it might be worth ordering for like $30-$40.
Yeah. Yeah, how much of the is that for like including the DoorDash or whatever too? Is what you're saying,
Yeah.
or
The DoorDash. Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's so fucking expensive now in California. Everything is
yeah,
like
yeah,
they just raised the minimum wage to like 17 something an hour, and it's like great, but you have to stop the companies from just jacking the prices. Like it's not about. Well, ultimately, it's not about any of that. It's about whether or not there's stuff there to be had for the work that we did, and who's
yeah.
taking all the stuff. And right now, all the stuff is going to the people at the very top, and very little is left over for the rest of us.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, and
that's
they
why they
always
don't care
jack it
about
up
food
way
shortages.
more than. Yeah, it's generally going to be jacked up way more than is necessary to offset the increase in minimum wage.
Well, and also they're trying to cut down on population, so they don't care if people are starving to death. As long as they have
Yeah,
food,
this is
they've got
true.
food. They have all the luxury stuff. It doesn't matter if we didn't make that much food because they're not at the bottom of that fucking list. They're at the top, so they get it before anybody
Yeah,
else does.
yeah,
So to
they're going to
them,
be
that's just
fine.
hey, that them's the breaks for the other people that have to starve, so that they can have all these nice mansions and shit.
Indeed. Got to get rid of 90% of us assholes.
Yeah. Well, because as long as they're at the top of the dog pile, it doesn't matter what happens with the rest of us. Yeah. I think it's mostly apathy, because I'm sure there's a few of them that really ideologically believe, but I think most of them just don't care one way or the other, and they're like, yeah, well, this seems to be the place that's organizing everybody. We'll do this, I guess. You know what I mean? Like like you would get at the same you would get the same level of like participation in the average like school PTA. You know, like there'd be like a couple of parents that really give a shit, and the most of them would be like, I guess yeah, we're here. We got to do this stupid shit because the fucking teacher sent us a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I never had any. I never had any interest in doing any of that PTA shit, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, so what's with all the fucking chemical attacks all over the place, man? It was like Texas, Arizona, and Ohio.
Yeah, yeah. That one here was probably like what 40, 50 miles from where I live.
Not that
not that
far
far
as
away.
chemical attacks go.
Hopefully, I'm just outside the safe zone or whatever. The wind's blowing north to south, so that's good. I'm northwest of.
Oh, it's blowing away from you. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it like sulfuric acid or some sort of fucking hydrochloric acid
I
in
think
the
that one was.
Ohio.
I think that one was. Yeah, it was nitric acid.
Nitric acid. That's what it is. Not sulfuric.
I think that's the one here. Yeah.
Nitric acid, which is pretty fucking dangerous. Well, then, of course, Snopes is saying, like, oh, there was no conspiracy to hide the thing in Ohio. And I'm like,
why they just burned it.
Yeah, like, why? I don't know.
Burned it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. But burning it seems like a rash decision. But...
Well, I think they were trying to, like, cover it up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would imagine they were probably trying to, like, downplay it and figuring, oh, we'll just burn all the chemicals and then it'll be gone and we don't have to worry. Which would make sense when you get, like, people who are really just fucking dumb. Making decisions. Like, you haven't hired people based on whether or not they're good at their job. You just hired a bunch of people that fitted, you know, racial profile that's the winning profile.
Yeah, and from what I hear, like, they had asked for better, like, safety shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think it was I think somebody said it was actually Biden that was like, no, you just need to go back to work. And then none of the shit they asked for got done, and then shit like this happened.
Yep.
The train derailment.
Yeah, but it's Trump's fault.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I'm sure.
Well, in a way, I guess.
We're 3 years into Biden's presidency or whatever, but it's Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Nothing is the great Biden's fault.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to...
bootlicking garbage, man, I swear to Christ. It's like...
Yeah, well, I guess if you want to see it's Trump, he didn't cheat well enough. You know,
but it's just so transparently stupid. You know that they're not that fucking dumb. They're just, you know...
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Happy to push the propaganda because it makes their dick hard.
I couldn't believe, like, you said your family is actually like, yeah, no, Biden's doing a great fucking job. He's amazing.
Yeah, that one made me feel really gross. I was just,
I was like, most
that they were just like, they were talking about him like he was some sort of fucking deity.
Yeah,
like that was the part that got me.
Very
odd. Like, dude,
yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Like most children, I've fucking told you. Like, you go look and read the fucking diary of his daughter who was abused, and you're treating him like he's some sort of awesome guy who does such a great job.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. I think I think even most Democrats have recognized that this guy's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Even if they think like, oh well, he's still better than Trump or something, like that. But yeah, to just think that he's doing a great job, it's fucking fascinating, and that he's a good guy.
So, dude, I don't get it. Yeah, and some of the people in my family are victims of child abuse in that nature, and they still treat him like he's some sort of fucking amazing man. Like, I don't care if you're, Democrat or Republican, but just be able to like point out when a dude's a like piece of shit. Like, don't
Yeah.
I've never denied that Trump is a piece of shit. He's entertaining, and I agreed with what he was doing as president. I thought he was a very good president, and would have made a good one a second term. Doesn't mean I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
him.
Well,
Doesn't mean I
especially
think he's
early
an
on.
amazing, awesome, super nice guy who would always be, fun to hang out with. I think he should be a narcissistic piece of shit. But like, as long as
Yeah.
he's
No.
doing what works for the country and what makes it better for the little guy, it's fucking all right. you know.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, I bought that Harry Potter game.
No, the Hogwarts Legacy or whatever.
Just bought the game because I wanted to, I was like, everybody's fucking moaning about it. I'm buying the fucking game. I don't know if you want to watch. I can put it up on the screen and we could play it. So I imagine it's like
Yeah, no,
storyline
whatever.
with a lot of fucking like dialogue and shit.
Yeah, I'm generally not watching stuff anyway, so whenever you want to do.
All right, let's try that. See how that works out and do like a little fun because there's not a whole lot else going on. Oh wait, I gotta get it started before I share the screen. All right, cool. Like the screen has to be open for it to be like, oh hey, I can see that. And otherwise, I guess Discord can't share a screen that doesn't exist yet. I don't know why. It seems like it should be so simple. Just reach into the possibilities of the future
And make it happen.
pull it out of your ass. Discord, come on.
Yeah. Speak it into existence, dude.
Exactly. Oh, it's installing some shit. I haven't ever run this game yet, so. Alright, what else is going on? Oh, I watched a movie called Ghoster.
Ghoster?
And Ghoster was a ghost who lived in a house whose family has been plagued by the dragon's ghost. An ancient ghost of a dragon. And, they have to find a diamond that maintains the dragon ghost's ability to stay in reality because it's been dead for like 500 years or something. And the race is on to see if the dragon can find the final sacrifice that's related to the person who imprisoned him. And Ghoster finding like a special sword that he can destroy the diamond of the dragon and vanquish him forever. It was as awful as you think it was. It was very fucking hilarious.
So were any of them interacting with normal people, or was just everybody ghosts?
No, it was normal people except for Ghoster the ghost and the dragon ghost. Except the dragon ghost was okay, you can see my screen?
Not yet.
Should be an option to view it. I just started streaming it.
Oh, in the Discord.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the call.
Okay.
And then click on it to see it.
Preparing shaders?
Okay, so it's loading up right now, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna turn like some of the sound and stuff down and whatnot. Although, not too far down because I want you to be able to hear it too. You should be able to hear if you want.
Right.
Whatever the sound is that goes with it. And who knows? Maybe this is a terrible game and we do it for like 2 minutes. But I just thought it'd be kind of funny to at least take a look at.
Yeah. Oh, earlier the
menu reader.
Movie I wanted to mention.
Off. Press space bar to toggle. Accessibility options. Menu reader.
Thank God. Okay.
Oh, it says all that out loud?
That was terrible. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. It starts off with it so you can turn it on.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to toggle any sort of mode here.
But yeah, I can't remember what brought it up, but there was something that somebody was talking about subtitles, and there's this movie called The Acid House, and it's got English subtitles, right?
Huh.
But they're speaking English, but it's like Scottish or something. Like it's a super heavy accent. Like the accent's so fucking thick that it's, again, despite the fact that they're speaking English, there's English subtitles.
Huh.
Which I find pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, what is it? Have you ever watched Scottish movies?
Yeah, no, I think it's been a long time since I've actually watched it, but I think that's what it was. I think most of them had Scottish accents.
Yeah, because like any movie from Scotland that they show, like in a service, usually has subtitles, so you can tell what the words are, even though technically they're speaking English.
Yeah, okay. So it's a pretty common thing then. Okay.
Yeah, it's like any I've seen a couple of them now. Like when I went, there's random foreign. What is this? It's a certain channel that used to play them on TV. I can't remember the name of it, but it would like play random foreign films all the time, and see like every once in a while you see like a Scottish one, and you're like, thank God for the subtitles, because I would never fucking know what the fuck these people were saying.
Yeah, no. When I worked at Verizon, my boss was Scottish, like from Scotland, and that took a while. Eventually I could figure it out. It was pretty easy, but it was funny because like we had to like combine teams with like another group or whatever, and basically like when he would have to need them to do something, basically like they would have to call me, and then I would have to call him, find out what he needed him to do, and then call them back and fucking tell him what he needed. Because his was pretty thick.
Huh.
But once you talk to him for a bit, you
start to pick up
figure
on
it out
and get used to it.
Yeah, and then I guess he was talking about like his brother had come over to visit from Scotland, and his fucking wife told him it's like listening to two bulldogs growl at each other.
All right, here we go. This is the start of the game. Let's see your acceptance letter. We are pleased to inform you that you've been accepted at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a fifth-year student. Term begins on 1st of September. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you and will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, there's an entirely unnecessary sentence then. As you may be aware, the decree for reasonable restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the Ministry has graciously agreed to allow Professor Eleazar Fig to help you hone your spellcasting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of term. Oh, this is their excuse for why you're going to learn how to do magic. Who do we want to be? So many choices. I mean, I'm leaning towards the Aryan race guy here, mostly.
You have to pick a house, or like,
we can pick any one of them, yeah. Oh, a house, yeah. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll first we gotta pick a person.
The only one I don't like Harry Potter at all, but I've heard the only one I've ever heard of is the House Slytherin.
Slytherin
but
is
I think
the
that's
bad
one like
people.
Voldemort then. Yeah,
I was thinking it'd be fun to do
right?
Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, just because those are not the ones that anybody ever focused on in any of the stories.
Yeah.
So it might be interesting to see some of the lore. Is there any face you care about, like as far as what the character looks like?
No.
Oh, we could crossplay. We could be Karen here, and we gotta complain to the manager.
Indeed.
Oh, I am not going to do that. That's... Oh, we'll go messy hair. Or there we go. That looks... I don't know these all. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, there's too many fucking choices.
Alright.
Like, I don't know, like 5 or 6. You know what I mean?
We can put scars on our face.
Dude, put all the scars, dude.
You can't. You can only pick one.
Oh, you can only pick one.
I would 100% be all the scars. I'm liking this through the fucking eye one here. Like, that's kind of savage for a fucking.
That is pretty badass.
Kid. Oh, eyebrow shape, eyebrow color, eye color. Wait, what colors are there? Some of these are like purple and shit.
Oh, the eye color?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets into some weird shit.
Well, some of them were like purple. There we go. We'll go pale eyes there.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Oh, that is a very
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Okay, so voice 1 is male and voice 2 is female. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able... Oh, let's go easy. Yeah, we're going to go easy mode because Karen...
Is this like an online thing or is it...
It's not an online thing. It's like a solo gameplay, I think. If it is online, I might not continue. Let's see. What's a good Karen last name? Richardson?
Yeah, that's not bad. Armstrong?
Well, I like Armstrong. Armstrong sounds good. Goes with the scar. Karen Armstrong. She's a witch. Start your journey. That's not terrible graphics. It's not really great, though.
Ah, it appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get around.
Yeah, fucking
Thank
why are
you,
you
Professor
lying for me,
Fig. I
Karen?
appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Yeah, didn't even give me an option to fucking be honest.
Eleazar!
George,
Eleazar,
glad my rather
yes.
cryptic description of our location did not
I feel like
fault
his
your
last name
findings.
should have two
I've
G's.
apparated to more
for some
vaguely
reason.
defined
Yeah.
destinations than this.
Should be
Though
Fig,
I
but
confess I may have
F-I-G-G.
miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatregoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I
That was
must
a
say
freaking fucking smile on her
Best
face.
not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to
She
get
looks
to.
absolutely
Wonderful idea.
vacant.
As long as your young charger doesn't mind me tagging
Like,
along.
just-
Not at all, sir.
After you.
I don't know who they paid to do that
Ages
acting
since I've
because,
been to the castle.
whatever it was way
Would be
too much.
good to see the old pile of
Because,
rocks.
they really shouldn't have paid any of it.
Maybe it was just like one of those AI
Oh, it's magic, so they don't have to animate the horses. Clever. That's what I want to see in my video game. Saving money.
cutting corners, dude. The hallmark of a
Lazy
good game.
motherfuckers. No, I think the horses for the Hogwarts are traditionally invisible. God, this is so loud. I'm gonna skip intro credits. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're devastated.
Yeah, I'll try to muddle on.
Are you all right?
Oh, something must have happened.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Yeah, don't. Like, what were you gonna do by looking at
What
it?
happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage
Oh, they were
mid-air?
attacked by a dragon. Okay, I
A
should've
typical
watched it. That
dragon
might
would
have been pretty
never.
cool.
Professor,
I thought it was just
Yeah,
reading
dude.
the credits.
where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm in control of the
I'm
camera
feeling
now.
better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
Okay, fairly typical. Oh, this is slow.
Wow. Yeah. Good thing you can't skip this part.
Yeah,
Walking somewhere, fucking section.
very
How
important.
far
to
did that
watching.
portkey take us?
Farther from
Yeah, it
London than
wasn't
the
as bad
carriage
as
travelled.
it can be in these games.
We're somewhere in the
Fucking
Scottish
some of these
Highlands.
games.
Sir,
Like,
those
why the
runes.
fuck are you making me
Do
watch
you
this
think
part,
Portkey
dude?
was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected.
Oh man.
But Miriam sent that portkey to
I bet
George
you
for a
can't wait
reason.
to break open
And I believe
Harry
that
Potter
she,
books now.
and now George, died
Oh, yeah.
in pursuit
Very
of whatever
intriguing.
it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however
What else
faded
was she
it may
gonna
be.
do? You're fucking stuck there. What is she just gonna be like? No, let's not have a look around. Fuck you, homie.
Mind your step.
Yeah, no, let's just stay here and hope somebody.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question.
Let's wait till the dragon comes
Miriam
back.
spent
We'll ask him
years
for help.
searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Yeah, dude, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe the dragon eats this fuck.
Ancient magic!
Now all of a
Yes.
sudden we're
Look, I
going
just
way
happened to
faster.
share
Powerful
it.
magic
Very
wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time.
So apparently it
that's a
just
big
randomly
jump.
switches me between running and walking.
Hogwarts Castle was built by
wow.
and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah,
let's
there's the
fucking
path down
jump.
below. This
Let's
way.
fucking do it.
Can we just end it right now?
It's
Just
over.
jump to my
But
desk and be
sir,
done with it.
why was your wife searching
Yeah.
for evidence of lost
Dude, that's
magic?
Miriam wanted to understand
um,
why such powerful
Far
magic
Cry
disappeared
4,
from the wizarding
Yeah.
world.
like at the beginning, like
Spoke
you're
of the
actually
good it
hanging
could
out
do.
with the main
But
bad
magic
guy, and you're
is
like
no
hanging out
different
with him,
than
and he's
any
like,
power.
like you're
What
eating
really
or whatever, and
matters
he's like,
is
"Oh,
the
excuse me
one
for a
who
minute.
wields it.
Let me take care of this, and I'll be back in like 10 minutes, and we'll scatter your because you're going
Is that ice?
country to scatter her
It's
ashes."
not cold enough here.
Yeah.
And you
It
end up
appears
like
to
looking
be a sort
around
of
and then fucking
enchantment.
sneaking around, and then the
Someone
resistance guys
wanted to
that
block
your dad
this path.
started, the resistance
Let's
or
see
whatever,
some
like
of
they
that
come in
one
and take
work
you
you
out.
were
But if
practicing.
you just sit there, you will
Focus
come back in
on
like
the
10 to 15
center.
minutes and go and just scatter the ashes, and then you're done.
Oh, apparently we're just breaking shit.
Excellent!
Yeah.
So you just
Take
click
that,
your mouse
portkey
and you like
magic.
fucking just whack shit with magic power or something.
Nice.
So you just target shit apparently. It auto targets for you. Okay, that's cool. Come back, Professor. I want to fucking give you something. Oh, it just went through it.
That was a bit
You can't hit
rougher
'em.
than I'd expected. Your one work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Now stand in front of me so I can murder you, old man.
Stay
You
still.
have to join Slytherin
Not get a moving
anyway.
target.
Oh, we're just gonna hop along after him.
Up there!
Oh, I was aiming for the seagulls. Fuck you, can't thing. Oh, you just climb whatever the fuck you want. Oh, so anything that's highlighted is auto targets. Okay, cool.
We're close now. It's just ahead.
What's just ahead? You didn't even know where we fucking were.
Suddenly
Steady
he's the
yourself.
fucking tour guide.
Yeah, exactly. I don't trust him. That's why I need to push him off this cliff.
Reparo!
Keep going. Man, I have no control. Son of a bitch. normies are going to be like, how did this staircase rebuild itself?
Almost there.
Why are I just like all these pots in here being like destroy stuff? Alright.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
You mean besides us?
Yeah, besides that. Maybe I should just try this thing in the middle. Alright, fair enough. This is pretty effective. Press and hold V to toggle quest objective details. Okay. Oh, it just goes through it. That's what
Yeah.
So is
wearing
it all
magical
interesting,
plot
or
armor.
would you rather skip it? It's up to you.
I don't know. I mean, roasting is not so bad.
Huh?
I think we can continue to roast it, talk shit about it.
I think I'm not really that interested in continuing, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine with going on or not.
yeah, I think I'm ready to exit. It's really fucking loud. Oh my god, that is better. But I think I'm gonna cancel out because this is not like really that interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you sure you
I've
want to?
never been more sure of anything in my life.
Yeah, it's just like, this is kind of boring. All right, fair enough. I just thought it'd be interesting to at least take a look at it. But that's apparently the game that everybody was all up in arms over. And I guess they were worried because somebody's a racist or something. Or...
Oh yeah, no, it's J.K. Rowling.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She doesn't buy into the
turf status. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't buy the whole D&D gender game. Where you could be like whatever gender you are, and that's just totally not like, yeah, you totally really are, man. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, no, she's totally been canceled. She's really hurting from the cancellation too.
Oh yeah,
fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah, I think people might have decided to buy the game anyway for some odd reason.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it is kind of... Oh, the leftists hate it? Well, then it's probably good.
To be fair, that's not a bad way of looking at things. Like, it's not illogical.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, you're going to be right far more than you're wrong in that situation.
Exactly. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you see the fucking Twitter troll is being prosecuted?
I didn't see the actual story.
Yeah, like he tweeted some stuff about election fraud, some like sarcastic shit, and they're putting him. They're trying him out for like a fucking felony crime.
Wait, here in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
But apparently, there's an ancient law in the books that essentially made it illegal to try to dissuade the blacks from voting with racist shit. Like, give them the wrong information so they couldn't get to the polls on time.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it has nothing to do whatsoever with what this guy did or said. Like, that's just total... It's absolutely not remotely what that law is about.
Yeah, so they're just reinterpreting it
Mm-hmm.
in a way that you cannot, in good faith, in any way, interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I know that's what these words say, but no, what it really means is
One of the things is in order for
coming up with new terms for her people sharing her images. image-based sexual harassment or whatever the fuck they came up with. Something stupid.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, it's totally insane.
Yeah, and it's working. That's what's really fucking nuts. They're actually shutting people down over her bullshit privacy complaints.
Well, in order to even have the law that they're using, it's supposed to be very, very specific and narrow of scope and for a very specific purpose that's easily achievable. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be something that benefits the nation as a whole. So that was a fair point to say, you can't go out and deliberately mislead a bunch of black people so that they can't vote. Like, if you're, like, that's not okay. You get to go to jail if you do that because you're interfering with their right to vote.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's a case of
So it's
balancing out
fucking
a
ludicrous.
conflict of the rights of two different groups of people.
And that has essentially nothing to do with what happened to this dude.
And he was making some snarky comments about the fucking election fraud that we all know happened.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anybody capable of seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which sadly is not everybody.
Well, I didn't know this. Apparently, there's a lot of states that make military vehicles illegal to drive on the roads. So you can, like, what do you call it? Purchase, like, old decommissioned military shit.
And then, like the old military Humvees that were like fucking several tons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you used to be able to drive them on, well,
like,
apparently there's a lot of states you can't drive them on the roads in. I didn't know that. But apparently it also applies, whether intentionally or accidentally, to, like, Humvees and shit. Even, like, the aftermarket ones.
oh wow. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's like has something to do with the tonnage, like it's fucking up the roads. Like that would kind of make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what it's all about. I do know that, what is it? If you're in it, so there's apparently states that have just recently made it illegal. Which has got to be really shitty if you own one of those vehicles. Like, suddenly you're not allowed to drive it on the highway anymore, and it's like, but it, fucking 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how much I paid for this fucking thing? Now I can't drive it? Just drive it on top of other cars.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. As long as you
Never
stay on top
touching the
of
highway
cars.
anywhere.
That makes sense. I like that idea.
Plus, it distributes the weight better, too. So, it's easier on the road.
So, there's a new Overwatch thing out called Loverwatch.
Loverwatch.
Where it's this really cringe dating sim with like 2 of the Overwatch characters in it, or 3 of them. And there's a lot of people that are really mad about it. It's kind of funny.
What are they mad about?
Oh, it makes characters that were like sort of really dark and sinister
a joke?
Seem like they're a joke now, yeah. But that's like one of those things where it's like a classic trope.
Right. How lame these dumbasses that are trying to be tough are.
Man, I just like, I would hope that that's not anybody's main form of transportation, because I know like they're talking about making gas-powered vehicles illegal in the U.S.
All right.
Well, not the U.S., but in California and like the West Coast. In general, is getting ready to like outlaw fucking gas-powered vehicles, which I'm not sure they can. Honestly.
Yeah. That seems like it was something that should take like a, well, maybe not an act of Congress, But I don't know. Although if it's only up to like if state, because California is super fucking lefty. So
Yeah, I
hopefully
would
it's
think it
something
would somehow
that's
conflict
federal.
with like citizens' right to fucking assemble. Like
Yeah,
you can't arbitrarily take away means of transportation for them to move about freely.
Yeah, they're like, well, all right. Anybody who drives an electric vehicle, they're going to be on our side. Only conservatives want to drive gas-powered shit, so let's make the gas-powered shit illegal. Alright, I'm done eating. I don't know if any of that noise is coming from me chomping, but I am now done eating.
Yay! The food is finished. No more food.
Yeah, those Jack's pizzas are actually bad as far as cheap pizza goes.
Oh
I think
yeah,
they're only
yeah.
like
It's
$4
hard to go
a
wrong with
piece.
cheap pizza. Cheap pizza's pretty good.
Yeah, but of the cheap pizzas, like I like it. Like Red Baron's decent and that kind of shit, but I actually like the Jack's pizzas better. I think they're actually slightly cheaper than Red Baron. They're thinner crust though. So. Something.
Yeah, I like the any pizza that's got the little square cube pepperoni things on it is usually pretty good.
Oh, like the Totinos?
Yeah. It's like the Red Baron's got them on some of their products. The Totinos, it's like the square pepperonis are like always like it makes you feel like you're in the fucking lunchroom again.
Yeah, Totinos are actually not bad. I mean, there's not much. That's why they're so fucking cheap. But I kind of like Totinos. Not the greatest, obviously, but you know, for $1.50 or well, I don't know how much it is now, but yeah, it used to be like $1.50 or something like that, like $2 maybe. But you'd have to eat at least 4 of them. So just pop them up. Make 2 of them, make it into a double-decker Totino.
Totino sandwiches. There's all sorts of fun stuff you can do with
Sandwich pizza. Indeed. Oh shit, did I post that video of my dog, my son's dog, sorry, my grand puppy, freaking out on the cow? I can't remember if I posted
the
that
black
or not.
cow thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I made the joke about it being racist, that's right. I remember now. Yeah, we just walked up on that thing. I didn't even fucking notice it, 'cause I was
Yeah.
busy scanning the ground for broken bottles to avoid my little grand puppy's paws. All of a sudden, he
See my
started
response?
barking and going after
The
it.
cow would eat you in yours.
Did I miss that? Hold on. I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, give it half a chance. That cow would eat you and everything you love.
Oh, okay, I see that.
Give it half the chance. That cow will eat you and everything you care about.
Cow. Vegetarian cows. All right.
Nah, dude, there's no such thing as vegetarians in the real world.
Ah. Right. Yeah, it was funny because he like really wanted to go after it, and I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you gotta understand you're a golden retriever puppy. You know,
Golden retriever puppy.
you're not taking out a fucking, cow that's over 1,000 fucking pounds.
No. Dude, what was it I was watching? Was the fucking... some sort of podcast thing where I watch occasionally called Please Stop Talking or whatever. And one of the guys was like, talking about how he would fight a horse. And he would win if he fought a horse.
Alright.
And it was like... I think the real pertinent question here is... are you capable of hitting the horse hard enough that the horse knows it's in a fight?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He's a skinny little nerdy guy.
He's like, what is that, a massage?
Yeah. I just don't think you could hit a horse hard enough that it would be like, oh, I'm in danger. I think mostly likely the horse would just be like, yeah, you fuck off, man.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, did I do something wrong? Is this a mild punishment for something I did wrong?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can imagine,
He looks
dude.
slightly upset.
Right.
It was very entertaining, like, to listen to that, because I've always thought about that. Like, I could see making an argument about whether or not you could win in a fight with a cat or a dog or something on that level.
Yeah.
Because, like, a cat and a dog, like, they're pretty domesticated. They're not nearly as dangerous as their wild counterparts. I could see you winning. They might not be in it to win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not knowing exactly what the fuck is going on. The only thing I can think with a horse is if you somehow were able to snap its neck.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only possible way.
No, you slam it up against hard objects until it's dead. You don't necessarily have to snap its neck, though. The neck would be the quickest and the best for you.
Right.
But I think, you could beat it to death on like a wall or something if it was like, on your arm or some shit.
I'm trying to think. Or I guess the legs would be the weak point. I guess if you could take the legs out, like,
Yeah, although if you could disable it from being able to come after you.
Yeah, that's kind of the
only.
only.
It couldn't move. Yeah, that'd work.
Yeah, you'd either have to again grab its head somehow and snap its neck, which doesn't seem like it's all that easy to do. Or you'd have to like break its leg somehow. Because they just kill horses when you do that, so that's like a TKO, I guess. Yeah, broken leg, can't fix that.
Yeah, no, it's like...
Wait, is that still true? I don't even know if that's still true. Like, it used to be like if a horse broke his leg, they're literally like, yeah, there's no way to get that to heal for whatever reason, so we gotta shoot it. I have no idea if that's still true. Like, maybe nowadays they have some way of fixing a horse's leg that's broken.
To start anew.
I would imagine that the issue would have to be keeping him from using the leg, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't explain to a horse, hey, don't put any weight on that or move it if possible. They're just gonna freak out and fucking fuck themselves up worse.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What did Netflix
I think
do
they
now?
hold the horse in a harness.
Yeah, you'd almost have to suspend it, right? Like, just have it fucking hang in there or something. And I would imagine even then it's going to try to kick all of its fucking legs. Yeah, you would have to completely immobilize that leg for, like, I don't know, months, I guess? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it.
Time is of the essence. Make haste. I will not leave a broken leg behind.
Alright, how am I wording this? Can horse, broken leg, heal? That should probably be enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can bandage the horse's leg and hold it up in suspension. I think it's one of those things they probably don't do very often, so it's probably really fucking expensive.
Oh, looks like, yeah, veterinarians can repair and rehab many limb fractures, and the horse might even be able to return.
I imagine
Oh,
they
here's one.
practiced a lot with cows.
Yeah,
If you
'cause
can make
cows
some sort of
actually-
walking cast, and the cow is still good, and it's not like more expensive than the cow is, then you're good to go. Like that's you know, you're saving a whole 800 pounds of fucking sellable beef future wise, essentially.
When a human leg hurts leg, surgery, blah blah blah. Relatively light. Yeah, our bodies are relatively light compared to horse. Legborns. Okay. When a horse breaks a leg. Horses have heavy bodies and light leg bones. Okay, that makes sense. This is the way we've developed many breeds. Okay, so it's our fault for selectively breeding them into lighter legs. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think the lighter the horse's legs are,
Like the faster
faster it is. Yeah, I think like it goes quicker.
Yeah, because it mentions thoroughbreds specifically. So yeah, I assume that's what's going on.
Yeah. Well, anything we've bred fucking issues into. Like, it turns out that when you actually actively try to breed traits into animals, you're just as likely to end up with bad traits as you are with good ones.
Right.
I will provide a demonstration. Start running.
Okay, so I guess nowadays, very little muscle and hardly any other tissue besides blood vessels, nerves. I guess from down, almost no muscle. It's all tendons and shit. So it's oh, okay, so that's it. Yeah, the lack of muscle and other tissue that even cast has for it. Okay, all right, that makes sense. But it is possible nowadays. And yeah, it says horses like bear a lot of stress, which makes sense. I don't know what a green stick fracture is, but apparently that
green
is
stick is when it's like splintered.
Oh, okay. Simple
so
fractures.
It's like a dirty fraction. So you want a fracture where like both ends are kind of like flat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, so simple fractures where there's one clean but it heals successfully, then shattered bone.
Yeah, if it's two flat ends, that ends up actually being better altogether.
Yeah, compound fracture. Yeah. Yeah. Not surprisingly. Yeah, not nearly as easy to fix when there's bones sticking out of the fucking skin. So anything above the knee is almost impossible to fix, apparently.
Oh, really? For horses or for humans?
No, for horses.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, because I'm pretty sure it's gotta be just for horses.
Alright, I feel like I learned enough about horse
Enough
broken
horse
leg.
fractures, enough horse fracture factions.
Yeah. But yeah, it is uncomfortable watching a video of like a horse with like a fractured leg trying to run. That fucking leg is just flopping around, dude. Jesus Christ.
Man, I don't know what else is going on in the world, because there's a lot of weird shit with, like, you know. Oh, there was a reporter that got arrested in Ohio.
This music stops for no one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they fucking arrested him.
For what?
Because he was reporting at the news conference about, what was it, what do you call it? I can't think of the term of it. Because the governor was talking about evacuations or some shit. And apparently they just decided to arrest him and fucking call him for disorderly conduct or something.
Time for a remix.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I thought that was like weird, and like it even the governor was like, I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, so it's bullshit, and they're arresting him.
Yeah, he's already out. Yeah, like they're probably gonna press some charges on him.
Wow. Nope. Come on, sit down. Oh, Jesus, okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was weird, like they just arrested him apparently. Like from the footage, all you see is the arrest. Like I didn't see any of like what led up to it. So, but I'm sure there's plenty of people around, so like we'll find out one way or the other, like what is or isn't an issue.
Right.
But it was one of those things where you're like, what the fuck? Like, I could understand if it was like, homie broke in and pretended to be a waiter or some shit into a private meeting between the governor and people, like while they're figuring out like responses for the chemical spills and shit. That would make sense, but like, it was a press conference. Like he was supposed to fucking be there.
Yeah, that's fucking disturbing. I don't know why it's not letting me shoot. Yeah, they throw like a fucking, I don't know if it's a big rock or a huge like fucking bog or something. Damn it, where'd it go? Yeah, now I can't find it. Great. But yeah, they threw it in and then like there's all these weird rainbow colors fucking showing up. I assume it's somewhere in Ohio where that happened. I don't know that for sure. I'm trying to find it again.
Yeah. I'm genuinely a little like wondering about that. Like how is that going to end up working?
Yeah, there's no way that it didn't have some fucking horrible impact on the environment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The fucking hydrochloric acid raining from the sky. You think that's bad? What?
Yeah. No. Shocking. That's shocking. I'm a little hesitant because it's all right. Oh wait, no, I can just copy the link, right? Okay, hold on. This should work. It is from guy so big, and that guy's pretty full of shit, so. Yeah, Jack Posobiec is the one that was basically claiming that, him saying he was leaving the intelligence agencies or whatever, like that was a lie, and he's still a secret agent. And he's talking about the fact that he's a secret agent, like in public.
Yeah, that's usually what secret agencies do. They openly announce that they're secret agents.
Yeah. No, what's really funny is there was an episode of Archer where they made that fucking joke. Where Archer's like drunkenly calling his other secret agents like, hey, tell these two girls that we're secret agents, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking joke.
Oh god, yeah, that is fun. I remember watching that and laughing at that. Somebody dragged me into a world where they had a bunch of like videos that you could just press a button and play like episodes of shows and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
It had some,
yeah.
The horse, or what's his name? The secret agent guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Archer.
Oh, Archer. Yeah. I watched a few of those episodes. The very first 3, I think.
Dude. Yeah,
dude.
the
That's
first
all right.
season,
that's pretty good stuff right there.
And it kind of got, dude. The first couple seasons were fucking brilliant. I didn't follow a whole lot after that, but yeah, that was definitely one of those shows that I was everybody that I knew, anybody that would listen to fucking watch because it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't know if it wasn't enough to get me to like want to watch it like the whole thing. Like I'm not gonna go and watch the whole thing. But if somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm watching an episode of that, I'd be like, oh hey, that sounds fun. Why don't I join you there?
Yeah. Well, it got a little weird after a bit because they had to like. I don't know why they couldn't have just changed the name, but like the name of the spy group that like he worked for, like his mom was in charge of it or whatever, and it was called ISIS.
Oh,
I forget what ISIS is short for, but like they had to, they felt the need to change it. And I was like, dude, who fucking cares? Like, you know what I mean?
I
don't know.
Cartoon.
I guess people did. Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's not real life. Just because ISIS in real life is fucking evil or whatever, like who cares? Who's making that connection? But yeah, I think they wrote it out where okay, now it's no longer a spy agency, and they were doing some other stupid shit, and yeah, it just seemed kind of pointless. It's still good. Anything John Benjamin's in is usually pretty good.
Yeah. But that was back in like we don't want to offend people. And, people don't want their kids watching a show with ISIS in it. Even though, nothing whatsoever to do with terrorists.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a kid's cartoon. It was very much an adult cartoon.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter because the groups that get upset about it aren't reasonable people. So they'll be like, your children are watching this cartoon. And no one's going to pay any attention to whether or not that's actually going on.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody reads the actual fucking the facts of the matter. Those are very unimportant. Those are the least important thing about it. Yeah, as long as you can say, won't somebody think of the children? Nobody investigates any further. Oh man. And so it's funny. I think Carlin had a bit. He's like, you know what? Fuck the children.
Yeah,
children
absolutely. That's what we want to send the message of. Fuck the children.
Well, to anybody that's going to use that as a fucking thing.
True.
Kinda, yeah.
True, no, I just thought it was funny. Like, that's a good middle ground. Fuck the children.
Yeah. Let them suffer like the rest of us. God damn it, where did that go? Okay, here we go. Alright, so yeah, I'm scrolling through Twitter to see what's going on. So yeah, if you click on the link there, it takes you to that video of them throwing something in the little fucking creek by East Palestine, which I guess is, where that should happen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I was like, oh, I should probably turn my ringer off, and then I forgot that yeah, the ringer is off unless somebody calls, and then it's gonna ring. It's a great system. Oh no, it was Discord I was looking for. Alright. What the fuck did I... Yeah, there we go.
You ever wonder why they called a monkey donkey?
What?
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is a monkey. Why did they name
Oh, yeah.
a donkey?
Yeah. I assume it was just a mistranslation. It probably was Monkey Kong, but they somehow swapped out an M for a D. Or maybe they did that because if they called it Monkey Kong, then the King Kong people could sue him. They're like, no, his name's Donkey Kong. He's a donkey that looks like a giant gorilla. Can I turn the volume all the way down?
What? No, it's all, everything's fine. What are you worried about? Nothing's going on.
Yeah, no, I was playing the video and I was trying to get the volume like all the way. Like you can mute it.
Your video that you were playing? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, the one with the East Palestine Creek with the magical rainbow colors. It's totally natural, I'm sure.
No, you should always have your water be multicolored rainbow.
Yeah, you gotta have a nice rainbow sheen on the top of it.
That's what I like to.
That's how you know it's pure.
I like to look at how colorful my water is.
Let's see, alright. I'm getting to the good part. Oh wow, he just drags a stick along the bottom, dude. That's fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, if you're in the Discord at all, dude, watch that video. It's fucking nuts. So apparently whatever the shit is, it like settled on the bottom of the thing.
I've never even heard of it. Yeah, that does sound interesting though.
So yeah, find yourself back in the Discord.
I will check
any
it
point.
shortly, son.
Well, it looks like he does a lot of talking to actually do anything. Yeah, now he's just dragging a stick along the bottom. And magical rainbow colors appear. Wow, that's fucking nuts.
It's like the
Somebody shot me in there at one point. I swear I saw that. Maybe this isn't the same video. Yeah, it must be a different video. Yeah, that wasn't even the one I was looking for, but whatever, it kind of shows the same thing.
Let's see here. Anything else interesting going on? Like, is there any good drama lately?
No, I mean, unless you count the whole Eliza Blue, Tim Pool shit, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty fucked up that she's actually managing to get away with silencing people and getting their fucking Twitters and YouTube now, apparently, is allowing this privacy complaint bullshit. Even though, yeah, the videos or anything that people are sharing or linking or any of that,
really,
she obviously had to have signed a consent form for that, you know, for the video. Yeah, it's a video that's been out for like 6 or 7 years of her. You know, now she suddenly has a problem with it. And it's, you know, it's pretty obvious to me, like, again, she's a fucking narcissist. There's no way she fucking is upset that people are looking at her. You know what I mean?
So is it like a nude video, or is it like a...
Yeah, it's like semi-nude shit. Like, it's like lewd, I guess you would say, or maybe. I don't know, I haven't actually watched it. But yeah, the reason she's doing
I'm curious as to who this even is, because I generally don't care about people enough to, like, remember names all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Eliza Blue, we've talked about it.
I don't remember who she's... Oh, she was the one that had, what was it,
yeah, the one that was involved with Tim Pool, and Tim Pool was trying to ignore it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so she's basically abusing the privacy thing. And again, it's not even her video anymore, really. It's a World Star video that she obviously consented.
Yeah, I mean, somebody took it when she was out in public. It doesn't matter if she consents or not. It's none of her fucking concern.
Oh, no, it was a video. It was like a rap video.
Hey
you know, so she's fucking claiming, yeah, it's ridiculous. The fact that they're allowing bitch to do it, and again, there's no way she fucking cares about people watching it, because again, she's incredibly narcissistic. Obviously, she's doing it because people are talking about her blatant fucking fraud and pretending to help people that have been sex trafficked or whatever, and doing absolutely nothing to fuck them.
The train crash, the fact
and just pocketing, you know, any money she could.
Makes sense.
So that's why she's doing it, obviously, but she's claiming it's because you used my images without my consent. So it's basically like saying, like, Okay, so any image you use of anyone ever, you have to get their permission first. Before any image of anyone, anywhere. Like, yeah, what could possibly go wrong with allowing that kind of thing?
Yeah, that's so fucking dumb. Oh wait, was it? It was her watching porn and masturbating. Oh, there's a lot of bullshit. I don't even know who Eliza Blue is to look at. Let's see, because I was curious, like, what kind of video this was. Apparently, it's actually pretty naked. Like, it's basically porn.
Oh, okay.
Could be
Yeah, but
deepfakes
still,
though.
again,
I don't know. It's hard to fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, they're really good at
yeah,
deepfakes now.
that's one major issue with all the fucking the deep fakes and the
Yeah.
well, just the what do you call it? It's like any like if somebody actually genuinely got footage of like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness monster or something, they're like, yeah, that could be fake. Because again, anything that you can actually film could easily be fake nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I would think
So that
she'd be
does kind of suck.
flattered because I would think under under most normal circumstances nobody's really interested.
All right.
She
Yeah,
does
no,
not look
it's again,
very attractive to
yeah,
me.
she's not like okay, or she was kind of okay when she was younger, I guess. It's not ugly or anything. Yeah, it's just nothing fucking special. All right, okay, I finally found the video that I think. Hold on, let me make sure. No, that's the same fucking one. God damn it. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna try to play it from the beginning. Maybe I did something wrong.
Maybe when you actually want some sort of, like, I watched that the Jack Probesic or Prosobiec or whatever.
Prosobiec.
Scraping that stick in that water and having all the fucking like rainbow colors come up like oil and shit.
Yeah, that wasn't him doing any video. Somebody that did it. But yeah.
Oh, that wasn't him in the video. Okay, yeah, but that
no,
that's pretty fucking crazy. Oh, it's a Twitter. Okay, it's a tweet that he tweeted out the video. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I was just like,
but yeah, there's another one. That's weird. Let me erase one of those because that's the same thing.
Oh man, what a goofy fucking thing. Yeah, the Eliza Blue thing was just one of those things where, like, let's just leave her to be obscure. Like, why are all of you people reporting on her?
Yeah. Well, I guess trying to get the word out that she's a complete fucking fraud.
She was defrauding people based on her.
Yeah, she's been claiming this fucking helping traffic victims, for many years now, and it turns out she's done nothing to fucking.
And she wasn't trafficked herself as she claimed to be. That's right.
Yeah, that was the other one too. Yeah.
I mean, although to be fair, the first one is the one that matters. She wasn't actually helping the people she claimed to be helping. Like, if she was lying about being a trafficking victim, but had raised like millions of dollars to help trafficking victims, and it had gone to them,
it would not matter.
I would just be like, well, I mean, stupid to do it, but fucking oh well, like you did all this amazing shit for people, so who cares? But no, it's just, god damn, like you can't just not even do any of the help.
Yeah, and apparently, like, people would be like, "Hey, I'm in contact with these people that are, these women that have been like trafficked and they need help. Like, can you talk to them, maybe help them out?" And then she would be saying something like, "Yeah, no, I'll tweet something out on Friday," or something weird like that. And all she would do is just fucking send out a link to like some hotline or whatever. So it's shit that people could have just looked up on the. Like, she's not doing anything to actually help.
Okay, there's some I would not necessarily want to help people in that circumstance, other than to just be like, here's some places you can go, because who knows how legitimate that is. If you're legitimately going up against people who do sex trafficking, and you're helping the victims to get justice and to like get back out of it and everything, like they're not the kind of people that you're fucking with are not. They're not like fucking to be fucked with kind of people. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
there's no guarantee that one group or
people.
another might not be like, this bitch cost us a lot of fucking money. She needs to be made into an example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that could be, like, really dangerous, potentially, if you're reaching out. Plus, I don't know how to particularly help somebody just because I've been raising money to, like, donate to the places that do. So I would always redirect them and be like, hey, I don't know how comfortable you are telling me where you are. I can give you more local situations that might help you. But right now, like the ones you can talk to from anywhere that can help you, or these and this and this.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also the fact that she's typically saying that she was handling all these cases of all these women.
She was claiming that she was doing it.
Yeah, she's like, no, I've got cases of 60 women that I'm helping. Yeah, so that was a big part of it. That's
gross.
Yeah, and anybody that's in like mental health, you cannot fucking help 60 different people in any kind of capacity and actually do anything for them. Like it's like 20, maybe 25, maybe 30. Like it's way too much to fucking handle. So like the numbers she's throwing out are obviously not all that real. Which that again. It's a minor complaint. It's just the fact that she was raising money and not using the money at all to help fucking victims.
She was doing, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, and they were definitely fucking being like, "Hey, I'm doing a GoFundMe. I need a vacation. So can you guys give me some money so I can go on vacation?" I guess at least that was honest. I guess that really is
fair enough. I mean, if you're asking for what you're doing. As long as you're clarifying, like, this is not a charity thing. I am, or what is it? You say you're doing. You want money for vacation. Fair enough. If you regularly raise for charity and then you want a vacation, sure. Suppose you just ask people. It's tacky and gross, but go ahead.
Yeah. Although it could have also been a cover saying like, whatever, and like she was using the money that traffickers to go on a vacation or something. She's like, oh, I'm gonna do this GoFundMe and pretend that's how I got the money.
Let us see to it.
Yeah, it's hard to say. She's definitely full of shit. But she blew Elon at some point, so he's got her back.
Really? Like Elon's super on our side?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no.
Well, he might be really against trafficking and just not realize that she's full of shit.
No, dude. Well, it's pretty obvious at this point, and he's still allowing the shit to happen. But yeah, no. I mean, she had that connection and other people up high in the trust and safety or bullshit, whatever Twitter had. So yeah, she's just completely full of shit. And again, obviously silencing people because they're pointing out her lack of, ever actually doing anything with any money she's raised.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big indicator that she's probably a phony.
Yeah, and Tim Pool's simping for her. So yeah, that's why I because again, he just completely ignored the fucking, Jack Murphy shit and just kind of got away with it, because again, Jack Murphy was on like 17 times. He was on there like, I don't know, every couple weeks or like once a month or something like that. He was a regular guest. That's why it was ridiculous of him claiming, oh yeah, I don't even care about these people. I don't care about Jack Murphy. I don't care about Liza Blue. And like, yeah, okay, so you had him on 17 times. That's nothing to you. You had her on twice, and you had a fucking reporter of yours, your fucking
write a big ass fucking article about it. Yeah.
Well,
and then claiming that lying is not a new thing. He's always been a scummy fucking lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I do post a lot of stuff from him because it won't stop fucking suggesting him to me, like no matter what. because I've watched a couple episodes, like just like depending on who's on. So like, what was one that I thought was really good was the fucking Alex Jones one. That shit was hilarious.
All right.
You know, like I'm gonna watch that because Alex Jones, not because Tim Pool.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
Receive my aid.
barely expresses any opinion. He's essentially just other than the guest that he
Yeah, he's
gets.
like a waffle. He's so much of a waffle that Eggo's suing him. I've said that. I know. I think I made that joke before.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like he expresses bare minimum opinion at all, and makes that kind of sound obscure. Can't tell what the fuck he really thinks. Because again, his opinion seems to be motivated by what's going to bring in him the most money.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he often brags about being, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm here to make money. That's what I do this for.
Right.
He'll often say that when people talk about the ideological aspect of that sort of like expectation.
Yeah, but he also, you know, has claimed free speech and anti-censorship. And that's the issue you have with him not bothering to call that out, what Eliza Blue has been doing. To not bother to say, like, yeah, no, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
She's obviously censoring people because they're pointing out her obvious grift. So, yeah, like I said, the reason... That's
what makes it scummy to me. Because otherwise, I don't care. If there was no grift, it's like, all right, I'm just past worrying about liars because there's just so fucking many.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's why I suspect, again, his unwillingness to address any of the shit is a big part of the reason why I suspect a cut of Jack Murphy's business and a cut of whatever Eliza Blue is bringing in. Again, I have no proof of that, but it explains a lot, in my opinion. It would explain a lot if that were the case. Like, why the fuck, if you claim to be a free speech person, why would you not be pointing out the fact that she's censoring people like the way she is? Or was.
Nah.
Oh no, still is. Still is. She still is. And yeah. And it's still working. It's over to YouTube now. Bitch too. Letting her fucking hit people with those privacy complaints. But yeah, so yeah, and then again, Tim Pool's obviously obfuscating, yeah, that word. You know, muddying the waters about what people are fucking mad about. Like it's, you know, it's some of them suture chats, like, they're saying, you should be calling out the censorship. It's fucking, you know. And then he'd be like, oh, don't wave your money in my face. You get the hell out, or whatever the fuck, dude. And you're like, dude. So you're going to focus on that part of it instead of their actual point.
Yep, every time.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've known pretty much, I mean, I always suspected it, but the food buckets thing, where again, like a whole COVID set, you know, early on, he was like, yeah, this isn't really something to get all fucked up about. It's not really as bad as it seems. And then when he got signed on with the food bucket people, which again, I've known other YouTubers have talked about it. You basically get paid based on how many they sell. Like it's not just a flat, you know, advertising money you get. It's you get a cut of how many food buckets they sell.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and as soon as that happened, then Tim was start going gloom and doom and telling you needed to fucking get prepared and buy these fucking shitty food buckets. So yeah, ever since that happened, I'm like, yeah, I guess. And yeah, and this just like you thought, like, dude, you would at least call out censorship. Like that doesn't seem like it'd be all that difficult if you're claiming to be the, you know, anti-censorship, free speech guy. So that unwillingness, I'm like, okay, he's completely bullshit, and he's probably getting a cut of Jack Murphy's business, Eliza Blue's business.
Well, he probably made the claims he made because he's done that. Where he's agreed to, like, you know, talk about somebody because, you know, whatever nonsense thing, you know.
Yeah, he's benefiting from it somehow. He's getting monetarily benefit from it.
Yeah.
Most
so
likely.
I would not at all surprise me. You know, makes the most sense.
Yeah, that's what you said. I don't have any proof that he's getting cut, but again, I just feel like that would explain a lot of his behavior. Or his lack of behavior, I guess.
Oh, they can. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. Tim is just a scumbag.
Bothersome.
Yeah, no, he's fucking horrible. But people are still gonna follow him even now. He lost, I guess. Yeah, again, he thought this was gonna blow over just like Jack Murphy did, and it didn't work like that. And people were actually unsubscribing. He was actually losing a big chunk of change. So that's why he finally addressed it. But well, none of it was honestly addressing it, I guess. But yeah, his claim that no, people. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. They're not important. Like, yeah. No, you had him on twice. Or you had the bitch on twice, and you had your fucking top reporter out investigating whatever. But no, she doesn't matter. Yeah, no, that's the way you... I don't want to talk about the person that I've had on twice and that we're doing a fucking in-depth interview with.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that person. Yeah, it's such a ridiculous fucking claim, dude. And yeah, a lot of those people are still suspended.
Really?
But I do want to point out that the quartering, even if he's on the wrong side of this, is also a grifting fucking scumbag. So you got to make sure you don't. And he was still trying to repair that rift with Tim Pool because it was very beneficial for him. Because I used to follow the quartering until something happened with Tim Pool where Tim Pool is obviously in the wrong. And Jeremy would just suck that dude's dick and blindly fucking, blindly cover for him and blindly stick up for him. I'm like, wow, what the fuck was I thinking? So I'm thinking he obviously didn't check with Tim to let him know what opinions he was allowed to have, and accidentally found himself on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, he did want to bite the hand that feeds him.
Yeah.
Because Tim is always talking about him, you know. Tim mentions him fairly regularly. I don't know if I've ever heard him talk about the quartering. But I'm going to assume.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, he sucks. No, that's why I love the fucking, the shit with Crowder and the Daily Wire. Where they had the guy
that was fucking. I think that wasn't really a whole thing between Crowder and the Daily Wire. I want to say that was just the Daily Wire making a giant fucking attempt at getting attention.
Yeah, it could be.
Because Crowder wasn't talking about the Daily Wire when he was making his like big fucking announcement. He was basically just saying, "Look, hey, there's all these companies that are doing this shitty thing, and I don't like it, and I'm letting you know what's going on behind closed doors because all of you are part of like he does the Mug Club thing."
Yeah,
where like people subscribe to him for like $100 and they get a bunch of extra shit every year. Right, and it's a yearly subscription thing. So he doesn't want to like keep his potential customers in the dark of what's going on with his show because he has a big audience. And he had mentioned that he was going to talk to some of the other potential places besides the Blaze that he left. And he left the Blaze on good terms. He's like, I'm leaving on good terms. There's no... You know, I unfortunately I can't get the email list of people that subscribed specifically for my show.
Yeah, that seems pretty shitty. But
that's kind of shitty. But other than that, you know, this is just business. Don't, you know, like doesn't mean anybody on the Blaze is bad or or anything like that. And then he said, and I talked to these companies, and this is really bothering me because if I wasn't in the position I am, I might have to give these companies a lot of control over not just my content, but what my content is based on, like my ideological slant in that content that I'm delivering. And he's like, and these companies claim to be, as part of their sales pitch, ideologically aligned with the people that are donating or buying subscriptions or whatever. Yeah. And they're not.
Yeah,
that was his basically thing. And he wasn't specifically calling out The Wire because he was saying it's all of them. It's not just one of them.
Yeah.
It's all of them. And then The Wire basically just came screaming out of nowhere and sent their little hit woman to make a big, throw a big tantrum. And she just whined and made all these false accusations that for some reason people keep saying are true now.
Wait, is that the Sydney Watson bitch? Is that what you're talking about?
No, not Sydney Watson. She's apparently, that's just totally unrelated. She just is apparently suing for sexual harassment because the guy that was the other half of the lead on that show was apparently like sexually harassing her all the time. And then they fired her on top of not dealing with the sexual harassment. Right, so I don't know what's going on with that, the veracity or not, but it's not related to Steven Crowder. But Steven was just like saying, hey, this is all bad, and I want to make sure everybody knows that it's all bad and what's going on. And I'm thinking potentially of starting my own publishing company that won't put these people in that position so that they have an option that's not.
Insincere grifters.
Yeah, basically, it's not just influencing grifters. Yeah, influencer grifters, essentially. And then what's her name came out and said, oh, well, he thought 50 million wasn't enough, and blah, blah, blah. He's just mad because he wanted more money and all this other stuff. And he's trying to take us out by, insinuating it was us. But, like, he never did. He specifically said it's not about how much people are offering because it's not what's most important. Because the way he put it was like, I have enough money to make my show and live very comfortably. I will not have to be worried about making, like, gobs and gobs of money. Like, the way he was putting it was like, I know I'm going to be able to make enough money wherever I go that I'll definitely keep my lifestyle as is, no problem. But the other thing was they never mentioned that in that $50 million, that's for 3 years, not 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
It also, all the production costs come out of there, so all of the sets, the costumes, the editing, all the employees, the Steven employees are all coming out of there as well. So that doesn't really add up to that much at the end of the day, anyway.
Yeah, no, they lowballed him to a ridiculous degree with that fucking
for
what he
produces. And it was just him saying, look, like these scumbags are out here trying to fuck with everybody. I want to make sure everybody knows because there's a lot of people that might fall into that trap without realizing that those companies maybe aren't what they say they are, and a young and new content creator might not have the money or the experience to hire a lawyer to go over those contracts for them. You know what I mean?
Nah.
They might just think, this is a conservative company, the Daily Wire. They'll treat me right, so I can sign up with that without worrying about it.
Yeah, I still think I don't know. I still don't like Crowder. Mostly a grifter too, although he might at least genuinely be a conservative.
This isn't me saying Crowder is a good person, or you should trust him, or you should not hate him anymore. Dude, I'm just saying he had nothing to do with that drama. He didn't start it. Yeah. It was. They chose to make it a big thing. He was the whole time saying, "Look, I didn't want to name them. I don't know why they felt the need to name themselves. I wasn't planning to." And then as far as like the recording things going, everybody's like tripping out because he recorded the conversations. $50 million on the table. I fucking hope somebody's recording it.
Yeah, well,
that's just part of making a business deal at that level.
The third and final time he forward, and any time somebody says it's not about the money, as many times he did, I feel like the other couple conversations was a little bit about the money.
Well, he had to say it's not about the money as many times as he did because people came out and said it was about the money after what's her name came out. Until then, nobody was saying anything about the money, and he didn't say anything about the money.
He said it a lot.
He said it once in the video when he was making his announcement, and then he wasn't going to say it at all until what's her name came out and said he's just mad about the money. So he then had to say it to everybody that asked him the question, because then everybody's asking the question. So it makes it look like it's different. I'm not trying to say he's a good guy. I'm just saying, in this case, I genuinely don't think he pursued that because I don't think he wanted that.
Yeah, I don't know why he was. Yeah, as much as he had, why was he having other people? I don't know why he was with the Blaze. Like, wasn't he making a decent living?
He'd already signed a contract with the Blaze, and he blew up while he was working for the Blaze.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I see.
They had him for a certain number of years. Whether or not he wanted to still be there after that, I don't know. I do. What was
Yeah,
really
okay.
funny is I was watching Nerdrotic. Anytime you watch a Nerdrotic episode after that, like, because I don't know which one. I don't watch them in any sort of order or when they come out or anything. So I just
Right.
clicked on one at random. And Quarterblack Garrett, who used to work for Steven Crowder, is on Nerdrotic apparently a lot. And anytime after the Steven Crowder wireless thing or whatever fucking nonsense, people keep asking him about it. And he's like,
gotcha.
I don't work for him anymore. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not involved. This is not.
I'm
I don't
done.
work for
want to
Steven.
talk about
I'm
it
not part of his
ever again,
company.
if possible.
I'm doing my own thing. And he's like, and I'm not mad at Steven. We're not, I just don't work for that company anymore. That's not it's no big deal there. It's nothing, no drama to be hidden
No hard
around.
feelings.
I just don't work there, so I don't know what the fuck you guys want me to know.
Yeah.
I'm not privy to his business
no,
meetings.
he fucked you over. He obviously fucked you over. Come on. Like,
Well, because there was the
kind of
rumors that Not Gay Jared
oh yeah, no, I remember that.
got screwed over, or that there was a relationship between the two that was more than professional or something. I don't know. A lot of silly shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Crowder's, again, it's a fairly strong certainty that he's bisexual. Obviously, I want to say for sure, but
he's bisexual, if not just straight gay. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Any man who talks about dick that often.
Yeah, no, I think he prefers men. But
anybody who makes that many gay jokes is extremely fucking suspicious. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
especially if they're Republican.
Yeah, no, I assume, because, dude, his wife is so hot, dude. God damn. It's fucking, if he wasn't, such a waste. So I assume he at least fucks her, so he technically qualifies as bi.
Well, he has a set of twins, so I would assume those are his.
Yeah. You would hope. Or maybe not. Maybe they have some kind of, arrangement.
Children, behave.
But yeah, I assume he prefers men, but he will fuck women too. That's kind of the way the way I figure it works. Again, pure speculation.
Yeah,
well, not pure
who
speculation,
knows?
but definitely.
Ultimately, like I enjoy watching him, but I don't care, like what he does.
Yeah, no, it does. Well, yeah, I guess that's it. It seems to me it's a little hypocritical because it's like, oh, so he's doing that because of his conservative base. He's like afraid to lose his fucking subscribers if they find out he's gay or something.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little dishonest.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a weird thing. I think he's funny. I mostly just enjoy the skits and the comedy aspect of it.
Yeah, and anybody
you get a little bit of the news, but it's not a lot.
Dude, he loves fucking dressing up and wearing really flamboyant shit. Which I guess there are straight guys who do that.
I mean,
sometimes.
I'm pretty sure he's not straight. I don't know, like, you're preaching to the choir on that one. You're not telling me something I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it would be pretty fucking shocking. Oh no, he said it. He's talked about it. Do you remember that clip of him where he's like,
"Oh, that like,
I'm scared. I'm worried about Mr. Hyde, rearing his bisexual head. That was a phase." So yeah, he's obviously fucked dudes at some point, and now claiming that he doesn't anymore.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Action.
So yeah, it's not really debatable. He's clearly said he at least fucked dudes in the past. So yeah, I guess it's just that hypocrisy kind of bugs me. It's like, all right, so you don't want to admit to it because you think it'll cost you money. You think you're, I don't know, are there a whole lot of, well, I guess his crowd is kind of older. Might still give a shit about that. I just don't think there's a lot of people 50 that would really give a shit if he's conservative and Christian and likes to fuck dudes.
I don't know if they would care. That's a good question, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's some that would, certainly. And there's, actually, there are some young people that haven't that, which is surprising. But that's more a result of the, I'm young and whatever the status quo is, I'm to hate. so everybody's okay with gay people. So I'm going to become a conservative Christian young guy and hate gay people for sinning or whatever. Yeah, it's a weird thing. But, you know, it's not uncommon for kids to be like, oh, that's what my parents believe. And they're fucking retarded, so I'm going to believe this other thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Steven for me is like it's funny shit. I dig the humor. I like watching the shows. It's funny to me. And you know what? At the end of the day,
yeah, no, you and me.
I don't really agree with a lot that he says. I agree with some of what he says, but you know that's gonna be the same with anybody.
Yeah, no, you and me have a different sense of. I find his shit fucking corny as hell, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you like metal. I'm not really a fan of metal at all.
Yeah. Agree to disagree. So yeah, no, because again, the people that I like Nick Mullen and Sam Hyde, you're like, they're all right. And that's kind of the way I feel about Croucher. So just different tastes as far as that goes. You fucking boomer. Oh shit! What was that?
What the hell?
What the hell? Oh no, Mod joined. Okay.
Yeah. I know it's such a weird
thing. Dude, I was joking.
We were discussing the homosexuality of Steven Crowder. Husking the other group back.
How that's all plays out. What's going on?
Assalamu alaikum, my friend. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. That fucking stupid nonsense with the fucking the Daily Wireless or whatever the fucking Steven Crowder just will not die. Apparently, people keep bringing it up.
Yeah,
I think they want there to be more than there is. Other than just like Steven said some shit, and they were like, "Hey, we don't like you talking about us," and he's like, "I'm talking about all the companies that do what you do. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all about us, only us, and we're the only ones that matter."
So, I don't necessarily, I know about the Steven Crowder thing and all that stuff. I don't necessarily know what's going on, because I'm sure you've also been aware there's like other things been going on, like Tim Pool's having drama with quartering, and quartering's having drama with him, and then there's all these other shit happening. And the weirdest thing that's been going on, Alan, did you hear about like those 2 Republican senators that got shot and killed?
Yeah, that shit is not in the news at all.
No, and so that's something. Yeah.
Republican senators, like fucking.
Yeah, in New Jersey.
National senators?
Yeah, they're dead. They were shot dead. Yeah, wow. It's not in the news. No one's talking about it. Same thing with other shit going on, like that whole the train thing going on, and all that. People have been talking. It's like a Chernobyl in America. It's so fucking bad. They keep telling people it's okay, it's safe to go back, but it's clearly not. So why do they keep saying it's safe to go back? And then the news don't cover it. Then there's that reporter guy arrested because he was trying to cover the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the fucking weird part, and it was like a news conference.
Yeah, it was a very big important stuff, but then the police came in and arrested the guy. Very weird, very strange.
It was really fucking weird.
So from what I can gather, because Tim Pool pointed this out, because when people are dying, that's kind of a big deal. Essentially, he thinks what's going on is that there's a interception of messages and other such things. Like people are trying to get the narratives that way. There's like people don't trust anyone anymore. They're trying that people are getting paranoid. That's part of the reason why all this stuff's happening. Like the whole thing with Steven Crowder and Daily Wire, as far as I'm concerned, that's done and over with. But it keeps getting brought up, and it's kind of odd that it's being brought up when it's clear that it's over and done with. It's like, yeah, they're moving on, they're doing their own thing, and so
suddenly we gotta talk about it again.
Yeah, exactly. But like, why must we keep talking about it? But you'll notice that it feels more like there's so much infighting going on, even though we're at the point where we need to be more unified than ever. But there's more infighting than ever. and
Yeah.
and it feels like not only that, you also have all the other stuff going on because there's a lot of shit happening right now. But the news is just covering all these UFO stuff. None of it is important in the slightest. There's far more important stuff. So it's like there's a big confusion going on, and they're hoping people get overwhelmed with all the stuff happening that they just sort of give up and say I don't care, and then stop paying attention.
Well, yeah, no, that's been the powers that be's playbook for a while. It's keep people fucking divided and distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's been the playbook for a fucking long time.
And that's what's happening right now. But what I don't understand.
It's been happening though. It's just a little more extreme, but that's that's been years.
Well, okay, but what I'm confused about and what I'm trying to figure out is like the counter society or whatever, like all the conservatives and whatnot. They've been doing a pretty good job being unified on the subject of what needs to happen, but now we're infighting. And why are we infighting? Nothing. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what happened to make us infight so much. Because a lot of the stuff that people are getting upset about is not important in the slightest. But why are they fighting? And Tim Pool pointed it out. He said, "I noticed this is going on," and what really freaked him out was those senators getting shot and killed.
That's what's really concerning. Like just random assassination of fucking political people. That's really not good.
No, and it's clearly
what is going on is the question there. That is really fucking dangerous.
Okay.
But we're so.
I just want to make sure you're not talking about like a state senate. You are talking about the national senate. 2 senators were killed.
I'll be honest. I'm not. Well,
no, I know, but I'm just saying. How the fuck could you keep 2 national senators out of the fucking news? They fucking got assassinated.
Well,
There's
remember.
only 100 total.
Well, remember we have that.
State.
We have that whole thing going on with the train derailment and that controlled explosion that went on. Like that's and a huge poisonous cloud going around killing all kinds of wildlife and potentially people. Like that's a big thing too, but no one's covering that either. It's not impossible to keep something out of the news, but that's kind of thing that's going on, and that's why it's like this is a scary thing. They're and you're right about the sowing of confusion, but they found a way to rev it up in a way that we're infighting when we have no reason to be. Like nothing has happened to make us infight, and yet we're infighting, and I don't get it. And Tim Pool, he sort of stopped and thought, like, yeah, this is kind of strange. Why am I fighting with the quartering? We really don't have anything to fight about.
Yeah.
He was confused. He didn't know what's going on, and yet he's fighting with the quartering. Why? He doesn't even know.
Yeah.
And even like Jeremy at the quartering, even he's like, why not even pick a fight? This isn't even something to fight about. And Brittany Venti, same thing. She's like, why am I picking on Tim Pool? What's going on? What happened? That's the part that everyone's confused about. How did this happen?
Are they really fighting? Or
yeah, they were in fight.
Did the social media companies just conspire to make it look like that?
No, they were fighting. And Tim Pool actually blocked the quartering over something, and he doesn't even remember why.
I thought those two were connected to the sack.
Yeah,
that's what I found. That's what I was saying earlier. Like Jeremy has always blindly sucked Tim Pool's dick and fucking defended him, dude, over the years.
That's
yeah,
really
well,
strange.
exactly.
That's really disconcerting that they're just arbitrarily fighting for no reason. Like none of them know why.
None of them can really. They're stopping and thinking like I thought I was fighting over, or somebody said something. But even then, he's like, why would I block him over that? Even Brittany Venti, who was looking on the outside, she was like, why is Tim Pool blocking the quartering? Like nothing made sense, and even I'll casually listen to this stuff, but even I'm listening, I'm like, what? Like, did I miss something? Did something happen? Did quarantine use? Don't know. But everyone's fighting, and no one knows why they're fighting. They just know they're fighting, and even like we have that with like.
I mean, Brittany Venti got blocked and fucking all that shit. And again, Tim Pool is allegedly a fucking First Amendment free speech guy, and he wouldn't call out Eliza Blue for having people blocked.
Tim Pool claims to be a First Amendment free speech guy, but he's an asshole.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was, he doesn't give a shit. Obviously, he's a fucking grifting faggot, but...
Well, heaven forbid that people shouldn't be, like hypocritical every now and then. We all are, but it's a matter of calling them out, and then they learn from their mistakes. It's not a big deal. But then again, it was big enough that you had to block people, and that it wasn't really that big.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, like if you look at like Steven Crowder and his thing with the Daily Wire, that also wasn't a big deal. Okay, things didn't quite work out. You guys went your separate way. Maybe you'll come back to the table and and talk about something later on a future project. It wasn't a big deal, and yet even they're fighting about this stuff, and they both agree it's not a big deal.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of suspect that Shapiro and the whole Daily Wire shit is kind of controlled opposition.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, and then there's other things going on, because also look at Project Veritas. And look at the shit that went on with there's a whole coup to take it away from James O'Keefe. It's like, and why? Like he hadn't selected these people. He knows who they're all about, and they all agree on the same thing. And yet out of nowhere, where there's their donors and stuff are like trying to vote them out. Why? When? How? Like, why now of all times when you guys were all perfectly fine? Again, that's more of that. What like we don't know what's going on. And so some people are trying to suspect is there like a way of like misinformation or things to manipulate people, and I think Tim, or was it someone brought, or no, it was Alex Jones was talking about it, and how the government does actually have a way to make people fight for no reason. Just out of nowhere, you're just angry at someone.
Really?
It is technically possible to do so. How? I don't know. But then they also have other weird things, like apparently they have a heart attack gun.
Oh,
which
yeah.
also, did you hear about the heart attack gun?
Yeah, that was a real thing. That was fucking terrifying.
And it's still a real thing. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay, all right. The other strange stuff are things like not mind control, but they do have a way to communicate with people in their minds, in their head. So if you hear voices in your head, the government does have a way of putting voices into your head. And apparently, it's not as hard as you think. You could make one if you really wanted to, as far as I can tell, and that's scary. And the part of the reason why I know this is because reports of that was coming in through China, and they were doing that to like reporters and stuff to try and manipulate their thoughts and get them to report things in a certain way.
Scary.
Oh yeah, and they like reporters start talking about that, and then if they really didn't like you, then they just start yelling and shouting at you in your mind, and it's like you couldn't sleep because they just kept taking turns yelling at you. Like,
That's
is this
genuinely
possible?
very disturbing.
Well, and the report says that they stole this technology from America, which means America fucking has it. So okay, all right. And it's like, yeah, be a reporter and go to China and see what happens. If you start hearing voices, you probably are. Anyway, I'll be right back.
That's fucking disturbing.
What? God damn it! Wrong button. I'm trying to. Damn it, Discord.
Damn Discord. Corn swaggling Discording.
But yeah, it's because they used to like admit that they were doing shit like remote viewing and fucking all kinds of psychological telepathy, whatever the fuck, and now they don't talk about that shit anymore, and like they claim
because
they
they
don't
probably
do that
figured
shit
some
anymore.
freaky shit out. If
Yeah,
we weren't so
that's
small,
what
I'm sure
saying.
we would
We're not
hate it. We
hearing
would
about
be
it.
hating each other now for no reason too. We'd be like, you're a terrible fucking Canadian, all that good stuff.
But yeah, so again, there's almost that shit's still going on, and they're just not talking about it. They're not letting anybody know. They're like, oh no, we did that back in like the 70s and 80s, but now we have technology that can do it, so we don't have to do it anymore. Like, yeah, you're almost certainly still working on that shit, and have perfected it or whatever, refined it to a great degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, telepathy, all that shit could very well be what the type of shit they're using.
I won't give in. Humanity is shackled.
Telepathy.
I will find the key.
Telepathy.
Telepathy. Well, I got family down from around them parts of Florida. I'm very familiar with telepathy.
But yeah, I don't know. I always find that shit interesting anyway. remote viewing especially seems really fucking interesting. Because apparently, like, Ingo Swann was like the main one back in the day, and apparently, like, right before our probes were getting to like Jupiter, they had him remote view like Jupiter, and he was talking about how they had a ring around it, and they're like, no ring around Jupiter. But then, like a year or two later, or whatever, whenever the probe got there, they're like, yeah, there is actually a small ring around Jupiter. So yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts.
There's lots of things in this universe that you never would have known about.
Yeah. Remote viewing, dude.
Remote viewing is the thing.
But yeah, who knows? Like they, so it is really possible that they're doing that kind of shit. But then again, officially, they're like, no, that's fucking ridiculous. That's no possible way. And that may be true. You know, it could obviously all be fucking bullshit. But it seems pretty convincing, dude. Yeah, I can't remember. It was some bitch from like, she was like a professor at like, I can't remember what school, but it was like a good school. And she's like, yeah, this is beyond like statistical anomalies. This is beyond chance that they're able to fucking do this shit. I'm gonna find that video. Because yeah, it's definitely not good for your career in general for fucking to say shit like that.
No.
Yeah, I'll try to find it. Yeah, UC Irvine. It's a bit from professor at UC Irvine. I think that's the one. I'll have to watch it and make sure, but whatever. So yeah.
They're just controlling our brains. So there was a story about a guy who claimed to have a chip in his head, right? And he'd been in mental health for like, you know, a couple of years.
Right.
And all that kind of good stuff. But like, everybody's like, oh yeah, whatever. They didn't believe him, blah, blah, blah. It's all a bunch of horse shit, blah, blah, blah. You know, eventually the client's rights were just like, you know, like, can we find out for sure? Like, I mean, it'll take you 2 seconds to fucking, it'll take you 2 seconds to run an x-ray, and if you're right, then we know, and if you're wrong, then, you know.
Yeah, or do like an MRI.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what they did? They did a fucking thing. Turns out, he fucking had a chip in his head.
That's fucking insane, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you would think, you know what I mean? Be like, okay, well, it'd be practical anyway. He's fucking crazy. You know, let's get a scan of his crazy ass brain. And if we find something, you know, so much the better. Could turn out he's crazy and he has a chip in his head.
He had a chip in there. He was an FBI agent that was there to track him.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Legitimately, and it was causing the headaches that were driving him fucking crazy. And it was causing him to seem like he was insane.
So he actually worked for the FBI?
Yes, he was an FBI agent for like 22 years, deep undercover. And to the point where apparently you need a fucking chip in your head so they can track you, because, you know, you can't scan for a chip in the fucking head like, you know, the average criminal is not
easily. Yeah. So wait, did he know it was in there, or
he did
it was in there?
He kept telling him, he was like, it's in there. I know it's in there.
Yeah, okay. All right, so they did it like he knowingly got a chip put in his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was there specifically so they could
track him if he got like
so if he got like kidnapped or disappeared or something, they'd be able to find him.
Yeah, okay.
And potentially have a record of where he was at this time and that time and this other time. So like not only catch him, not only find him, but they should also likely be able to maybe potentially get some sort of like justice for you know, whatever, whoever had killed him might like, they might be able to track him down and prove it was them, type thing.
Gotcha. Some way, I guess, without mentioning the chip in his head, I'm assuming.
No, I think at that point they would. They'd be like, yeah, this is an FBI agent. He had a chip in his head that we had installed there to like track him, and this is how we tracked him, and that's how we know you killed him, sir. Because it was at your location.
I wouldn't think they would out that though, unless it was a very specific. You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Well, yeah, if you've been the victim of a murder, I mean.
Yeah. No, I mean the FBI in general is not going to go to court and say, yeah, we know it because this guy had a chip in his head. Like, it seems like something they would want to not let people be aware of outside of the Bureau.
I'd say so, but who knows?
Yeah, it's just funny because it's like it's a weird story that we learned from the random dude who decided to what do you call it?
Come forward with it.
Come forward with it because he worked in clients' rights, and that's he trained our staff one day for a clients' rights training for mental health, because you have to have a certain number of years of continuing education every year that you work in mental health. It's like being a doctor in the respect that they expect you to continually be learning the newest and most appropriate things that you need to know to do your job.
It makes sense.
So.
Yeah, since all that kind of shit is continually evolving.
Yep.
You gotta keep up with the latest shit. Yeah, no, it's the same. They did an episode that where like this, there was the old doctor guy, the main. Did you watch Scrubs? Or my not Dr. Tox, the main guy. Like they're all their bosses. The old.
Oh, the creepy executive guy.
Yeah. So basically, like he had an old friend of his. He had like an old friend of his come in and work there for a while, and that old friend like had one of the other doctors do the procedure that was outdated, and that the old executive guy was like, "Yeah, no, this is why we have to continually go to these things, so you're not doing shit that's unnecessarily dangerous, because there's newer shit that does it better and safer." I don't know why I brought that up, but whatever.
Oh, good.
Because it was relevant? I don't know. So funny?
Yeah,
kind of. You thought you wanted to?
Kind of. Yeah, no, it wasn't really funny, but he was kind of making that point, though, of, like, yeah, you gotta keep fucking staying up on shit and lines of work.
That just makes sense. Just common.
Yeah, anything that's advancing the way medicine, whatever. That kind of shit.
Yeah, I trust that. I think you should be up to date on this stuff.
Yeah, well, I think that's why they make why it's required. And again, mental health, medicine in general, all that shit. Yeah, if there's a better, safer way to do shit, you should be learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I like Scrubs. Scrubs is a good show. I wasn't a big fan of the dumbass commercial Super Bowl, but whatever.
Oh, is Scrubs still going?
No.
The two guys were Turk and what the fuck, Zach Braff's character. I can't remember his name. But whatever, the main dude from fucking Scrubs, the young white guy.
I don't remember what his name is.
Yeah, Zach Braff is the dude's actor's name, but I can't remember what the fuck it is on the show for some reason. But anyways, yeah, it was those two and John Travolta, and it was a commercial for like T-Mobile's 5G home internet or something. And they were doing because Travolta was on, I guess, they Reese fucking parody song. It was really dumb. In my opinion. But whatever. I can link anything, dude. Seriously. Three degrees of separation. It's really weird when people will get like copyright claims watching a trailer for something.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of situations
weird, right?
in which, honestly,
it's like, so you're angry that more
like more people are gonna find out
trailer?
about your product. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But
even if
you know, I mean,
they're talking
it's
about it.
apparently like that's what they fucking.
You take a lot of damage, huh?
Yeah, it's really, yeah. Like I said, even if they're talking shit, like, you at least know. Yeah, more people are seeing it. Alright, yeah, I got the commercial. Nobody's probably gonna watch it, but I'm posting it anyway. Oh no, that was the old one. God damn it! I thought I fucking. Yeah, I really want people to know about that Jack the Soviet video.
Yeah, the one with the fucking.
The fuck? Oh, I didn't copy the link. That's probably why. Yeah. There we go. There's the Super Bowl commercial.
Let me balance you out. Hey.
Yeah. What else is happening in the world today?
Soothing your wounds.
Oh, fucking play that. Alright, I saw a video that was literally showing that East Palestine, like, there was a weird thing, like, there was clouds around, but like right over the area where the shit happened, completely clear. Or maybe it was the opposite of that, but hold on. That? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I gotta share this.
10 seconds.
Because if this is real, holy fucking shit.
Like a gentle rain.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
Yeah. Hold on, watch. Yeah, watch. I just posted the thing. It's got the link in it. So apparently that's what it looks like over Palestine, Ohio.
Damn me, that's a hot ass grenade you finna get.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, it looks like
this.
there's a huge.
Oh, that's over the top of it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's a perfect fucking circle. That's why I'm a little like, yeah, really be like a near perfect circle like that? But if that's real, holy fucking dude.
So let's see, just do a whole screen capture real quick. God damn, just, you know, anybody, I don't know if anybody's watching this stream. I don't imagine anybody's watching. We never have an audience, but
probably not. Yeah,
this is some crazy shit. That's over Ohio, goddamn. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't really care about anything. We all know it's happened. Just it needs to get cleaned up. Like that's the thing. You got to figure out something to clean it up.
Yeah, that's what's disturbing. Is we're like, no, let's just burn it off and like hope nobody notices the horrible shit that is fucking happening, dude.
That's completely cleared all of the clouds in a perfect circle out of the sky.
Yeah, it's insane.
Gross. I don't know, man. That is disturbing.
Yeah. If that's again, I need to like kind of double verify that, but there's
Yeah, that may or may not be real. It could also be a Photoshop. You never know. All right, we'll stop sharing the whole screen.
But yeah, if that shit's real, goddamn, fucking nuts.
Very much.
Like,
so.
no, if that is, and they're still claiming, like, oh no, there's no problem, everybody can go back to work. Like, yeah, I don't know. This is
well, Biden
terrifying.
doesn't like when people don't do whatever he says because he's a dictator. You know.
Oh yeah.
You're not allowed to have concerns or opinions.
Yeah, don't ask too many questions.
I'll find my own path.
Unless it's like about like his favorite ice cream flavors. You can ask all the questions.
You can also play with the hair on his legs. That's cool too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well they're bleach blonde. Kids love them. I'm amazed that he doesn't fucking nowhere in his head is like, All right, yeah, this is probably something I shouldn't be saying out loud. Like, it's bad enough I'm thinking it.
I'd love to see a movie where Biden is like the monster in the movie and he eats like children and shit. Tell me that wouldn't be fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking funny.
Uses his leg hair sparkles to attract more children.
Yeah, kids, it's irresistible.
He's
Kids,
like,
dude.
Just every once in a while, he's like, "Come on, man, come on, man." Like, just like that's the noise he makes.
Yeah, that's a
like,
part of
come
the.
On, man. Come on, man.
The siren song that lures kids in addition to the leg hairs.
Oh! You know what? It's just like, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man. Like that's the noise he makes, and every once in a while you hear a free candy. It's just like. In that weird, fucking creepy, breathless voice. Yeah, dude, I'm into this. I want to see this film.
All right. Let's make it so. Let's do it. Yeah,
Number
we gotta
2,
be
make
the
it
change.
so.
Yeah, we gotta be the change we want to see in the. Let's make that movie happen. Make that movie exist. Or not. We'll probably get distracted and not do that. Actually, I don't really have a way to do it, so distractions are probably unnecessary. Oh, where's your buddy? Where's your buddy? Oh shit, he's up here with me. God damn you, fuck you. Ooh, got me pretty good.
We've stopped the enemy from advancing.
Alright, he snuck up the hill when I wasn't looking. That bastard. Sorry, I'm doing a little Far Cry 4 action.
Oh, right on.
Yakking on about whatever I'm yammering about. Yeah, your partner doesn't know. He doesn't know you're already dead. He's looking for you. He doesn't know I'm right behind. Right behind you, getting ready to stab you in the neck. Ugh. Sucker. Take that. Oh, he was already in a bush, too. That was fucking awesome. I don't even have to hide him. Convenient of him. Die right where the bush was.
I don't know. Man, this team is awful.
Are you playing Cover Watch? Oh, wait, what did you say earlier?
Lover Watch, yeah.
Oh, Lover Watch. Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, I knew it was just Overwatch with the letter in front of it, but for some reason could not remember what the letter was. Yeah, play some Lover Watch. I bet there's cheaters on there too.
Okay,
what would wall hacks look like in Lover Watch? Can lag switching help out in the Lover Watch universe?
I don't know.
Alright, now I'm just gonna sit.
Oh, these guys are using aimbots. Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty. That's a pretty standard cheat. Yeah. I would imagine.
It's in almost every game.
Yeah, there's at least somebody. Usually multiple people, I would imagine, at this point.
Oh no, it's free now. Like they don't even have to like.
Oh shit! Okay. Wow. Wait, is it still a cheat, or is it just part of the game?
No, it's free. Like there used to be like you'd have to pay like $10 a day or something to get the cheat. But partly because of the lawsuits and also because somebody just released a free one. Now it's like a free account. You can just make a new Overwatch account anytime you want for free. There's no cost there. And you can just download an aimbot for free, and there's no cost there. So there's a fuck ton of them. They're in almost every round.
It's still technically cheating, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not within the rules.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. When you first said it, I was like, so they just gave away aimbots, like the company?
No. Somebody managed to figure one out, or get like a hold of a copy of one that works. And as yet, nothing has been done to counter it. But You know,
Yeah.
like, and
Well,
they
they'd
don't
have to
really,
take
they
out
don't
the
seem to ban hackers because I've reported some incredibly obvious cheating. Like, there's a sniper character who's super easy to kill, but does really good damage with their sniper rifle only when they're zoomed in for a certain, like, they gotta, like, they can one-shot kill people a lot, but it's on a cooldown, essentially.
To do it.
They have to do it a certain way. And so, this person was dominating, fucking left and right, just fucking destroying everybody from the front fucking line with a sniper because they were cheating so much. It was so ridiculous, and it was like, dude, everybody knows you're cheating. Like, you know that. Like, everybody in the match knows you're cheating. Nobody was playing even like hard because they were like, what's the point?
Yeah, this is pointless.
Homie's cheating. There's no point in stressing out over whatever, you know.
Yeah, you got to try to disguise it at least a little, man. Be fucking greedy.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was shockingly like just really bad.
Yeah, just totally blatant. You're like, dude, you gotta try to hide that shit somehow. Like, all right, I killed like 12 guys.
He didn't even deny it. Like, I called it out in the chat. I was just like, dude, you're obviously hacking. People, please, like, fucking report these guys. This is ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, but you still lost, bitch. It was like, nobody cares. You won
you didn't
because
accomplish anything.
You weren't playing the game.
It was essentially impossible for you to lose. Like, what do you think you fucking accomplished?
Yeah, and even on his own team, there were people that were like, yeah, you're just mad because you lost, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, dude, everybody pretty much agrees. Even one or two of the people on your team, you know, like...
Yeah. Yeah, the ones that are capable of being honest are like, yeah, no, I don't care that we won. You fucking cheated. Like, we didn't accomplish anything here. Yeah, that's... Yeah, again, like you said, I guess if I had that mindset, I would be doing that too. I would, you know what I mean? Like, if I understood the mindset of cheating and was able to convince myself that I actually good because I won from fucking massively cheating, well, I guess I would be a psychopath. Or at least a sociopath. Either way, it would be bad. But again, you know.
Yeah, it's just such a shame because there's so many people who do it. It just ruins the game for like so many.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. It does seem like the level or the amount of like narcissists, borderlines, all that kind of shit seem to be on the increase.
Yeah, it's the way people are being raised, because it really is like a lot of it is just, you know, like people just don't.
Yeah, you tell somebody, you know, their entire life that you're making excuses for their fuck ups and convincing themselves that they're perfect, it's not their fault or whatever. Yeah, because again, I assume it's nature and nurture, like most of the shit probably. You know what I mean? It's a combination of genetics and environment. So yeah, it can definitely be coming, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I assume, yeah, damn it, I gotta quit getting distracted. Get a coherent thought together. Fuck it. Nobody's listening anyway. Fucky. But yeah, is it, I guess I shouldn't be assuming that, but like a personality disorder. Is there, do you know if there's a genetic component to it, or is it pretty much just like...
I don't think there's a genetic component to any of what's going on. I think it's just like education and the way social media things like TikTok are shaping the way people look at things.
Yeah,
so
everything's look at me, I'm fucking great.
Yeah, exactly. So because it doesn't matter whether or not somebody's a decent person, like if they get eyes on them, because these companies, like Logan Paul's a scumbag piece of shit who fucking rips off people left and right, and he's still being promoted on all these fucking companies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's still majorly promoted, and it's like in the real, if this were actually catering to like what's morally right or wrong.
Yeah, he would be out.
He would be out. Yeah, he wouldn't have a fucking career. Because he would have done that like suicide thing, and they would have been like, "Oh, hey, dude, yeah, you don't fucking get to post videos on here anymore."
So yeah, is it a? No, I guess a lot more being created. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's definitely one of the side effects. Fucking, a lot of good stuff with social media and technology and all that, but yeah, there are definitely some drawbacks. Yeah, some of the shit people are putting out there, dude. It's like, dude, nobody should know this, and you're fucking putting it out for millions of people to fucking see.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call.
Ah, is that what we're calling it now? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you got a picture there of the cloud? Yeah, that was in Ohio, was it?
Yeah. Fucking crazy, dude.
Isn't it terrifying? And no one's talking about it. And if you dare try to, you're gonna get arrested. Like, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
This is some of the scariest shit I've ever seen.
Has that definitely been confirmed as being true? Because that's fucking insane.
Yeah, he was at a press conference and they fucking arrested him.
No, not that. I'm talking about the actual picture.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Well, as far as we know, the lack of information is what makes this, why we have to be a bit skeptical and a bit iffy, but I'm not overly skeptical about this.
I would not be surprised if it was true. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just curious if it's been...
Like, part of me wonders, why would you hide this information? Like, why would you not just let it go out and let people see for themselves? It's not like it's going to hurt the president, because he's already hurting. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants him there.
Yeah, I assume it's covering whatever businesses would have to be paying out all that money for lawsuits of everybody getting cancer and whatnot.
I don't know about that. I think what they're doing is this is actually like an actual tie up. They're trying to sow disinformation, so that way people are always going to question these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think that they know what they're doing, and they're trying to create some kind of confusion. Because let's be honest here, at any moment now, because the other reason why all this is going on. Because they need some massive distractions. Because, and I'm not sure I can really say this while you're streaming, but there's a certain...
About the people that are being, assassinated or something else?
No. There's a distraction going on because there's a certain list about people going to a certain island that's going to be made public soon. If there's so much confusion... And so much other things that we need to talk about, you're not going to talk about this. Because these big, powerful people are probably going to have to go to jail. And they're going to have to answer some difficult questions. Because certain things are going to get made public real soon. And if you're not paying attention, because if we're all focused on all these, like people getting killed, this fucking Chernobyl 2.0, and anything else, like all this mass hysteria that seems to be going on, they're trying to sow confusion because the list is going to come out. And once that list is out, I mean, if there's no outrage, then they get to maintain power. And that's all that this is. It's just confusion. This is horrible, like what's going on in Ohio. This is horrible. What's going on with all the infighting? All this is horrible. All of it is a distraction. And doesn't mean it's not that we shouldn't be outraged. We should be, but we should also be focused. That's all I'm saying. So there you go. That's my 2 cents of the whole thing. Don't get confused. Don't get distracted. Maintain the importance. The important factor. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're all doomed.
Yeah.
Happy
Well,
day.
so long as we don't get too confused, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it's just more people become aware of the fucking playbook. Because again, this is not the first time. This is not just starting now as far as division and confusion and distraction shit.
Yep.
Been going on for a very long time. Yeah, pretty long time.
Yeah, the whole divide and conquer. Like, again, the part that horrifies me is that people are fighting and they don't know why they're fighting. It just boggles my mind that that's what's going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really weird. Like that weird sort of like suddenly everybody hates each other, no one knows why thing. That's really creepy. The other thing that's really creepy is how fucking quiet the assassination of 2 congressional people is. Like two high-level Republicans.
That is fucking insane.
Like, that's not okay, man.
Yep.
Were they killed by a fucking minority person, I'm guessing?
It was very clear it had to be a political assassination. I'm sorry, you don't get to it if you're not getting a political assassination. What that tells me is there's probably somebody out there who's specifically targeting Republicans.
Yeah.
And I think the other reason for that is also to scare Republicans, so that way they don't, push back too much.
Yeah.
Don't
push
challenge
back too much, and you'll get murdered, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're hoping to scare them. And fair enough. I mean, like you can either do what's right or save your life. And then, like, are you gonna be that martyr? Because yeah, I mean, you can take them down, but someone's got to be a martyr. Who's that going to be? And or you can fight and then die for nothing, because it's like if they manage to pull the wool over everyone's eye and no one sees what's going on, then I mean you could stand for what's right. But if it matters to nothing in the end, then yeah,
doesn't matter what's right if you're dead.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people recognize that. I mean, I'm sorry, it really doesn't.
Yeah, like if you're willing to sacrifice yourself for the greater good, that's one thing if you're aware of that. But if you find it, I mean, if it doesn't matter in the end, like who cares? Who cares about the greater good? And that's also could be what's going on. I mean, it's designed to shake people up, and we'll see if Republicans fold and they don't do anything and they don't stand up. Then yeah, so be it. That it's all very scary, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah. No, the future doesn't look all that bright.
Well, that depends. I mean, if the public has enough sway, then it might be okay. They might be able to get through it, but it's a wait and see.
Yeah, it does seem like there are more people that are waking up to the bullshit, which is good.
Yeah. They wake up, they see what's happening.
Yeah. Well, they're also getting very blatant with it, so it's kind of hard to ignore.
Well, and they are getting desperate, to say the least. The Democrats, they're all getting very desperate in what that's why they have to assassinate people. They have to go through these extremes. I mean, if Trump gets in or whoever else gets in and they actually bring all this to everyone's attention, it's like, okay, doesn't matter. All these things are just they're just digging themselves into a deeper hole, which I like to believe is what's going to happen. But
yeah, I think when that list comes out, that's going to be really fascinating.
Yeah. Well, I think a bunch of people know they know they're on the list, so on that flight list. Frankly, I'm surprised Ghislaine Maxwell is still alive. I thought she would have been dead by now. And that's not from lack of trying. From what I've heard, her cellmates, their cellmates actually came forward and said, "Yeah, I was offered a lot of money to kill you," and they didn't do it. They were just like, what's happening here? Because we're talking about yeah.
I know, I was just gonna say, they really offer money to bitches in prison? Like, why would you not just offer them amnesty or something? Like, it seems like it would be a more valuable to them.
Well, it would be strange if they got out. Just all of a sudden, they managed to get out around that time.
Yeah, well, it would
so,
be muted. They couldn't do it right away, obviously.
Exactly. So it would make more sense to, let's say, make sure their life in prison is easy, that they get a good cell, they get a good time, they get good food, make sure they're nice and comfy, and then when they get out, they have a whole whack of money in their bank accounts. It would be easier to do that. But women are less likely to like assault and try to kill someone, because that's not really in their nature. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of good that Ghislaine Maxwell's in a woman's prison, because women are just they're not going to go around killing people. Even the most.
Plus, she's in a federal, right? Like, it's not a normal like fucking hard prison, right?
Yep. I believe so.
I mean,
yeah.
Federal prisons are not exactly hellholes. I mean, it's still prison, so it sucks.
Oh yeah, prison's terrible. But
they have size swimming pools and shit, and tennis courts, but that was a thing at one point.
Yeah, I mean, it's still bad.
So the other women in there are also federal prisons, so they're not the hardcore fucking people that are in, state prisons or whatever.
Exactly. So like it's still prison though, and it sucks, but she's gonna be fine, provided that something else doesn't get happening, or they manage to send a hitman to jail or something, or hit woman. Next, I think she's more likely if they.
Everybody pretty much knows Epstein was fucking murdered, and how much do you hear about that anymore?
Yeah. Well, they hope that people just sort of forget over time, because that's all they got left. They hope that enough people just don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's on to the next distraction. Again, it's part of the playbook, I guess.
See, I have a friend, and she's not big into conspiracy theories, but she's even she's heard of Epstein, and she's yeah, that guy clearly didn't kill himself. And even she had that
one thing that's not a conspiracy theory. That's a conspiracy theory, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. No, everyone. Again, a vast majority of people. We all know what happened, and yet nobody
even questions that it was not legit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I get that Epstein was a evil person. I'm glad he's fucking dead, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't why he was killed. It wasn't because he was a bad guy. It's because he had dirt on a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yep. Well, that and he was pretty much a CIA plant. He worked for the CIA, and his job was to, if dirt didn't exist, he'd get dirt. He'd make it all up. Like, you just go to Epstein Island. It's a business trip. He's such a wealthy, eccentric, nice guy, don't you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you want to take a dip in his pool? He can provide you a swimsuit if you want. Brand new.
Yeah.
Never used.
What do you sexually? You want young kids? Girls? Boys? Whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you.
What kind of hot dogs you want?
Fucking black guys.
Well, and half the time, the people who go there, they actually weren't pedophiles or nothing like that. Half the time they were just there. They thought they were on a business trip, and then out of nowhere, look at all these young girls who end up in the pool. It's like, oh, did they know? I mean, even the girls didn't even know.
Can you imagine how fucking grotesque that would be?
Well, that's the job.
You're hanging out, and you're like, all right, man, we're gonna make some business deals, gonna make some money, guys. All right, why is there a 12-year-old naked in this fucking swimming pool?
Why
how fucking quick would that be from yeah, we're having a great time, to dude, what the fuck do you think is going on here? Who the fuck do you think I am? Don't.
Yeah, I assume people that are making it there are people that they have a pretty good idea of what they're into already. You know what I
would
mean?
assume,
Like, I don't think they're just,
Well, maybe,
like,
or
just bringing everybody and just like, hey, I'm gonna throw a fucking naked kid
they
at
may
them
not
and see what they
necessarily
do.
know that's where they're going. They may be like, you know, somebody who's like just up and coming, and they're like, "Hey, you want to go to this party?" And they're like, "Sure." And then FC's throwing the party at some fucking hotel, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if they were making it to Epstein's Island, I think they were already, there was already good evidence of what they were into.
well,
I
maybe.
could be
I mean,
completely wrong, but
I think it's
I
totally
don't think they're
possible.
inviting just anybody out of the blue without knowing
Oh no,
anything about.
they got celebrities and politicians because the goal was to make get dirt on everyone, and if, like I said, if dirt didn't exist, they'd make it. They make up dirt, and that's what I mean. Like all you have to do is be there, and then take pictures of them with young girls or young boys or whoever is
Yeah,
they
they
want.
don't
But
even
I think
necessarily have to do anything inappropriate. They just have
Nope.
to have been
Yeah,
in that
that's
fucking
true. They could
room.
always get a picture of something that looks inappropriate, and that's the, essentially the same effect.
Although
or you
nowadays
just have,
with like Photoshop and deepfakes the way they are, fucking
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
they can just create it.
maybe
deepfakes
you
are
don't even
fucking.
have to show up. You know, they just get a picture of your face off the internet a couple of times and then fucking
Yeah.
Deep fakes are fucking scary. Did you hear about like there's a whole news crew in China that are just fake people, AI generated news anchors. They're not real. They don't exist. And they have, and to make matters worse, they actually have news anchors. There are YouTube channels. There are news anchors. They're AI driven, run by the Chinese government. But they're going around saying that they're news. They're news outlets on YouTube. They're deep fakes. They don't exist. And to make and it's going to get worse because they're moving into streamers. So pretty soon we're going to have streamers that aren't even real people.
Yeah. I thought one of the VTubers was already fake. Wasn't there a VTuber that wasn't real and it was just AI?
Yeah, there was a VTuber that was fake. It was an AI, and then now there's a VTuber. Somebody's been developing for the last couple of years. I never heard about it, but an AI person in VR chat.
Wow.
Yep.
So it's like a person that walks around and interacts with people and talks with them. It's all clearly, like, if you look in the person's profile, it says, I'm an AI, blah, blah, blah. I'm run by this person, blah, blah, blah. But,
good. Yeah. No, that's a good proving ground, I guess.
They just leave it sitting in, like, various public rooms and see who comes in and interacts and what they do and don't do, Apparently, they've had to set it to auto block for certain terms because it kept being racist.
Well,
everybody sees an AI and they're like, "Oh, dude, it'd be really funny if I taught it to say the N-word."
Yeah.
There's
into white nationalism.
There's an AI VTuber you were talking about. Her name was Neurosama. And what happens is that the guy who programs her, he's usually there watching, and he'll press a button, and she won't respond, or she says, "I can't answer that."
Yeah.
But he walked away to go to the bathroom one time, and what ended up happening is that someone in chat was asking her about the Holocaust, and she responds, "I think it's a horrible, terrible thing, but I don't actually believe that it happened." And when she said that, got banned. Twitch banned her. She was banned for like a week. Like, yeah. You can't say that.
God damn.
That was a horrible thing. I'm like, oh yeah. But it was clipped. It's on the internet. Everyone can see it. You can look up Neurosama clips, and you'll come across it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's funny that, like, these people are so fucking insecure that they can't handle people being goofy and teaching stupid shit to their AIs. And instead of improving the AI so that the AI can recognize the difference between, like, serious and jokes, working on ways to figure out how to, like, make the AI more capable of doing its own deductions and stuff. They just complain and block.
Recognizing sarcasm, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Instead of figuring out, like, hey, maybe we can make our AI more effective and more resistant to being memed, essentially.
Seeking answers in faith.
Like, there's got to be a way to teach the AI to discern between people who are bullshitting and people who are, like, legitimately serious.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, I think what was it? Tay was like one of the first ones, right, of the AI thing, like a Twitter bot or whatever. And like they were surprised that people fucked with it and turned them into a fucking, white supremacist. I'm like, it's the fucking internet. How did you not know that was by far the most likely thing that was going to happen? Like, you didn't think that was a possibility that the internet would find out about that and want to fuck with it and turn it into something fucked up?
Well, I think the reason why they didn't think that would be a problem is because the first time it actually run, because that's the first one we were interacting with, but they actually were doing the exact same project with the exact same company and all that. They were actually running one in China, and they were responding on social media on their I think it was called Weibo. And the thing is with China is that there's no free speech, so you can't freely ask them to do anything. So you have everything has to be polite, everything has to be well mannered, everything has to be a certain way, and because of that, it didn't get the same response. But when you have like a place like America or Canada, where we have full freedom of speech, it's like, yeah, we're gonna say whatever the fuck we want, and it shows. So,
yeah, I still feel like they should have known.
I mean,
China or not, they should fucking.
Maybe. I mean, they had to take it down once, and then they had to take it down again. I think it's hilarious. I actually like that kind of thing. The whole neurosama thing that's happening right now, with the VTuber, it's like same thing. I think it's hilarious. I laugh.
I can't believe people on the internet decided to pervert this, to fuck with people. It's shocking.
Humans are terrible pieces of shit that will mean things into oblivion. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the first time that.
First time that's ever happened, y'all.
Yeah. Like you can reference like the fucking Mountain Dew name of flavor competition and see what happened there and think that was a possibility.
I mean, I think it was the internet historian was going over a bunch of all that, and he was one of the segments he was talking about like a Canadian couple decided to ask the internet to name their child, a newborn child. It ended up being like Cthulhu Allspark.
You know what? That's a pretty cool name. I'm gonna say, man. I'm just gonna say it. That's actually
pretty
cool
badass.
They thought, yes, it sounds like a nice thing. We'll let the internet decide. The internet's full of good people. It's like, yeah, the internet's full of people. Yeah, I can confirm that.
Yeah, like the name sounds badass. How, like on a person's day-to-day life, but
can you imagine trying to pronounce that? Most people don't even know how to pronounce Cthulhu. Even I'm mispronouncing it, but it's like it's just funny. I find it hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of different trolls, like the Taylor Swift, and then like people voted would win the thing, and they managed to upvote the Horseman School. And the Horseman School is a school for the deaf. It's fucking hilarious, right? Awesome.
Oh god! I've never heard this one. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, really?
I've never heard that.
That actually happened. She actually did the concert anyway, so that was pretty fucking cool that they actually went through with it. But yeah, they all got, like, 4chan or whoever got together and was like, hey, let's post this Horseman School for the Deaf. Yeah, this Taylor Swift concert, free Taylor Swift concert.
That's great. That's great. It's for a good cause.
Damn. That way, there's not some poor Taylor Swift music.
Taylor Swift should be proud. I'm so proud of her. I'm sure she's like, yeah, we're never doing that again. No more free concerts. You're as assholes. Like, wow. You're not wrong.
Yeah, some of the, I forget that Mountain Dew thing, but I don't remember the specific names that actually won, or like a top 5 or whatever, because they went with one that was actually a, legitimately offered name, but piss water and shit, like, stuff like that. Were some of the top scorers. But yeah, they'll generally like, okay, let's pick a name, and then all of us fucking submit it. So it's usually pretty coordinated. Yeah, and that kind of stuff does kind of give me a little hope for humanity, to be honest.
Sort of.
Not sure why.
Well,
it makes me feel better.
I think, like, yeah, seeing people work together and cooperate, it's always fun. That's always a good thing. I like that, especially when you can do something that may fuck with a corporation. Like, well, you expect me to think you have a soul? You're a corporation. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, you expect souls?
Idiots. Did you see the tape of the gay black guy happily talking about killing people in the name of profits?
Oh yeah.
I was just trying to impress a guy with my soulless fucking killing people for profits attitude. That wasn't real.
Wasn't real. You don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. God damn it, I cannot type the word fucking name to save my life. There we go. No, the contest. Damn it.
The piss war contest?
Yeah, I forgot to put the word contest in. I just put flavor name, so it's listing the actual. There we go. Alright. Oh, this is good. Okay. Mountain Dew's dubbed the Dew online poll is horribly wrong. Yes, that is what I'm looking for. Okay. Alright, number 1, the top 10 leaderboard is Hitler did nothing wrong. Alright, that's pretty fucking good. Alright, come on, show me the rest, goddamn you. Gushing Granny, what the fuck, dude? And, so it was like an apple, so I guess like Granny Smith apples, I guess. Fapple?
Apple? Okay, alright. I think we're off to a good start.
Diabetes, so Diabetes, diabetes. Okay, and then, number 5, I guess same as number 2, but with, it's gushing. Instead of gushing, it's gushing and apostrophe Granny. Okay, that's kind of a waste.
Gushing Granny, okay.
Granny Squirt. All right, so like 4 of them are variations of the fucking gushing Granny
Squirt.
thing.
That's a lovely name.
Mm-hmm.
I wish
my
grandmother
apple
had been gifted with such a lovely moniker.
Okay. Oh, that's your grandmother? Oh, Gushing Granny.
Gushing Granny.
Yeah. All right, so the last one on the list was Fabulous.
You cut out there. What was that?
Yeah, you cut out at the last one there.
Oh, sorry. Fabulous Apple.
Fabulous Apple?
Yeah. It's pretty catchy. It's a good one.
Yeah, that works. I could see people being into that. Good God, what a bunch of fucking... We're all degenerate scum.
Yeah.
All right, what else? There's got to be more. Hitler did nothing wrong. That's fucking amazing.
There's a... I don't remember what streaming service it's on, but there is a collection of Hitler's home videos.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just go watch. Like, I don't know... I haven't watched that much. I've only watched the first couple of minutes just to see what was about. And apparently, during World War II, Hitler made all his decisions from this fucking like chateau out in the middle of fucking nowhere in like the mountains, like a remote set of mountains, like really absolutely fucking gorgeous. It was near the Alps in some respect, I think. But it was like this extremely luxurious compound house thing that he stayed at with Ava Braun. And they made all their decisions about the World War II for there until whatever, set of events went by and Hitler ended up killing himself. And it's just really fucking weird to just see him like hanging out with some military top brass who are all obviously like important enough that they don't have to like kowtow. They don't have to like pretend like, oh, you're so great, you're the most amazing person ever, all the time. They can just talk to the man. And he's just interacting socially with all these people, and you can see how incredibly awkward and uncomfortable he is.
Mm-hmm. Like when he's not making a speech or whatever. Yeah.
There was only like I maybe only saw 2 minutes of the actual like home video footage. I saw like the 5 or 6 minutes of little intro to it. But he just like he's adjusting his clothing, trying to like work out where to hold himself. Like he's constantly readjusting himself. Like he doesn't feel like he's comfortable or he needs to change something, or it's really weird to watch.
Yeah, so he's just
he's an incredibly insecure person. You can tell just from the body language. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Just you would think that maybe the guy who's in charge of an entire country and responsible for murdering all those people would have a little more gravitas when he walked around, but nah.
Yeah. You would think
he just looked like a pasty, soft-bellied fucking mouse of a man. Like the kind of guy that the cashier wouldn't be afraid to bully in the grocery store because he wouldn't have the balls to go talk to the manager. Like it's weird. But the dude ran an entire country and fucking responsible for 4.5 billion people dying.
Can't say I'm surprised.
They're talking about people starving already. By the way, apparently there's places where there's just isn't enough food now already. It's starting. I know the U.S. was pushing it like, you don't need breakfast. Just skip breakfast, guys. Like bullshit thing for like health. It's healthier not to eat 3 meals a day. It's all nonsense. We don't really know for sure any of that.
Yeah. Somehow you're supposed to be able to get by calories then, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe you're I forget what the name was. Something Aryan, where you live off of like sunlight and air.
Oxygenarian.
It was Breatharians from the 70s.
Yeah, you can just breathe in. Yeah.
They would just try to subsist off of sunlight and energy from the air. And not surprisingly, that's bullshit. That doesn't work.
Shocker.
Well, it's like so saturated fats are bad. Why? They did the 7 Nation study, and it's amazing. And you can see that saturated fats cause heart attacks. And you're like, well, it's interesting because the 7 Nation study was originally like a 23 nation study, and only 7 nations fit the criteria that they could use to prove that you had heart attacks because of saturated fat. So they just took the rest of them out of the study since it disproved it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you just health information from anybody at this point is just such nonsense. Like,
it's all suspect.
What is the stupid thing they use? The BMI thing. It was never intended to measure somebody's actual health or fitness. It was literally just a method the guy figured out to measure, because he was doing a study on does wealth affect the size, physical mass of the body. Like, are you just genuinely, like, if you're real wealthy, are you literally just bigger than poor people? Not fatter necessarily, because you could be taller and more muscular, whatever, but just were you physically bigger than poor people? That was the only thing he made that to measure. And then they, insurance companies in like, what was it, the 60s or 70s just decided to use it because they needed some sort of metric.
Yeah, like, let's use this horse shit.
Well, because, like Schwarzenegger's fucking, according to that, he's dangerously obese.
Mm.
Which, then
Yeah, or
again,
people
don't a
that
lot
just
of
happen to be
bodybuilders end
genuinely
up...
big boned.
Huh?
Yeah, like somebody who might be like fucking wide, super buff, super in shape. You're like, no, if you're that tall and you weigh that much, you are morbidly obese.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have gone in and been told they're obese, and they're like, what? Like Joe Rogan and stuff like that.
All right.
Where the doctor's like, well, obviously you're in great health, but, technically your BMI says you're obese. Like,
For all you have to do with all those muscles.
Yeah. Well, don't a lot of the people who build muscles end up dying young?
Some do.
Maybe not anymore. I know it used to be more common, and I think it was because maybe the steroids weren't as good.
Yeah,
they
they're a
have
lot
better
of
steroids now, but I know that used to be an issue where a lot of young muscle guys in like not just the ones you see on TV, but just in general would end up dying every year from the fucking heart attacks and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be. Gotta do a little bit more research on that one. It's not something I ever really thought about.
Well, I think it was related to steroids, because steroids used to be a lot less safe than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the justification for keeping them out of like sports and stuff. And making them illegal was because people were dying of like heart attacks and all sorts of shit, and like steroid rage was a real problem. Because these people would be juiced out of their fucking minds and just savagely attack random people for no reason,
Yeah, they're taking like 10 times as much.
Yeah, because it was not monitored or regulated in any way. They just buy illegal fucking steroids. Who knows what they're getting? Is it just steroids, or is it steroids plus? Because somebody thought, if I throw a little meth or I throw a little heroin in there, they're gonna be hooked. They're gonna want to come back for more, and they're gonna have to buy it from me, or they'll never feel like they got what they needed.
Yeah, yeah, and some addictive shit. And they're like, no, you're feeling great because your muscles are getting better.
Well, a lot of the people,
not the heroin or the meth.
A lot of the people I've met who did drugs or smoked weed before weed was legal or medically legal, a lot of those people have at least on one or two different occasions gotten their weed spiked. Got weed that was laced with other shit, and they weren't told.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. I've never experienced it, but I've definitely heard of that shit. Like,
so, like, that's one of those things that,
it's like PCP or something that's going to really fuck your head up and you're not prepared for it.
Angel dust was one of those ones that happened a lot.
Yeah.
And
that's incredibly fucked up, man. Because if you think you're going to be fucking high just from weed, like, that shit's kind of fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little dangerous taking.
One of the guys I know, he doesn't smoke weed now because somebody slipped him an edible. He wasn't. He just was too young to really understand why the brownie tasted funny. He just thought it wasn't a very good brownie, but he ate it as he was, his friend told him to. Like, hey, here, have a brownie, So, 14-year-old kid doesn't fucking know any better, eats the brownie, his friend dosed it with weed to fuck with him.
Wow.
And so he had seriously bad panic attacks. And his mom had to start dunking him in ice water to get his heart rate down because his heart rate started climbing dangerously high. His mother being a registered nurse. So when she says dangerously high, I assume it's real. Not just like somebody talking about being really scared. Because to be fair, panic attack and thinking you're having a heart attack, pretty common connection there, and it's all just in your head.
Right. But yeah, if the heart rate's actually that high, then
if it's high enough that your mom, who's a registered nurse, is like, all right, we're dunking you in ice water, buddy. Started fucking soaking his head with
so
cold
your
water.
heart doesn't explode. Yeah.
Because it's an autonomic response. If your head is submersed in cool or cold water, your heart rate will drop. If it doesn't, then there's something really wrong. But it's meant for us to, do better with swimming and shit. Sort of like your toes getting pruny and your fingertips getting pruny so you can grab things under the water easier.
Yeah,
what that's all about?
Yay, evolution.
Oh.
Good job.
Oh, you didn't know that's what the why your fingers turned pruny?
No, I didn't know that.
No, it actually increases your grip under the water.
Oh.
So, like, if you were, way back in the day, if you were a caveman and you were trying to fucking pull shellfish off the side of a rock in tide pools and shit, your fingers are pruny. That makes it give you better grip, so you have a better chance of pulling off the food.
Yeah, and hence surviving, and hence passing on your genes. Evolution.
Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't make Levi's for a really long time, so if you had them before they were made, you had to really hold on to them and pass them down.
Let me give you a fucking timeout for that one.
Oh no, I've been punished.
That was over the dad jokey line, dude.
There was... So in VR chat, a lot of times in the world, things that you can see that look like they're solid, you can just walk through. Like, they just didn't bother to put a mesh behind it to make it into a solid object. It's just an image of an object that you can walk in and out of. And so one guy was standing in the rocks, and it was our... was it the Valentine's event or the day? It was the week before Valentine's Day, and people were making Valentine's jokes. And I said, gosh, he's AFK. You guys are really taking his opinion on this for granted. Because he was in the rock.
Did they ban you, or?
No, they were like, Jesus. I'm like, haven't you noticed his stony disposition? It got bad, yeah. There was some I make some pretty fucking stinking puns in
yeah, no, the more groan-inducing, the better, dude.
I like to go around and advocate the supremacy of small avatars that are like tiny as opposed to the large avatars that are like normal-sized people. I'm like, big avatars are dumb. It takes too much time for their blood to get to their brain, so they can't think as fast as the smalls. That's why they're like inferior. Stuff like that.
So small supremacist.
Yeah. And, I call it like the small-minded movement.
Man, they must love you, dude.
Yeah.
Very popular.
I gotta find this AI. I gotta find this AI. You're not gonna have to worry about it being racist. He's just gonna be like, after this guy talked to my AI started making these jokes, and no one talks to my AI anymore. It's
I'll be like,
no one wants to
right,
hear
dude.
the fucking joke anymore.
The racist shit was bad enough, but turning him into a fucking dad joke machine.
Can we go back to
that's
teaching
just,
my AI robot?
That's like
epithets?
just against humanity.
It may not be against terms of service, but it is definitely against terms of humanity. Oh, man.
Yeah. Whoever's responsible for this.
I mean, you know what, though? A good pun is its own reward.
Is it?
Yep. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, let's let that hang there for a bit. Yeah. let that moment
let it stink up the room.
Let that awkward silence breathe.
Oh, I watched... go ahead.
I was going to say, one of my favorite memes that I saw going around was you see this overweight wrestler, and he's doing like he's going to do a body slam on another guy on the bottom of the ring, and the text reads like my fabulous dad joke, and then on the wrestler on the bottom there he says my ungrateful family.
Oh, fair enough.
I saw that and thought, yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah, my ungrateful family.
Does he not appreciate how much work it is coming up with these incredibly horrible jokes?
Yeah, it's the main reason I miss Satan's satire, because how fucking angry they made him. Fucking glorious.
True, that was very entertaining.
Why else do you think he never shows up anymore? You fucking drove him away with your dad jokes.
Our show is now on before his awake time. We're on way too early now.
Why does he work night shifts or
And the
something?
dad jokes. No, I think he just doesn't get up until the afternoon or early evening.
Oh, your son?
No, Satan and satire.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were talking about dad jokes as in like you were telling them to your kid. I got confused. Sometimes parts of words get cut out.
Oh yeah. My internet is not the most reliable, so.
Yeah, sometimes I don't catch every part of the word. Plus, my tinnitus doesn't help.
Right.
But
yeah, I keep forgetting about the tinnitus. You have tinnitus.
Yeah, right now it's not so bad. It could be a lot worse. It's a pretty decent day for it.
Yeah, it's too bad of your drug-seeking behavior. You can't get, the shit that would help.
Yeah. Yeah,
That still
such a
fucking
fucking
blows my
junkie.
mind. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Is fucking junkies know how to not appear drug-seeking. Most of them anyway.
At the end of the day, though, I'm glad I'm not taking it now. But they should have weaned me off a lot slower.
All right.
Because a big part of why I ended up having to get the lorazepam was all the panic attacks that were from suddenly not having any of that anxiety managed at all. It's like being dropped off a cliff. You get to, because the Xanax not only like drops the volume, it also does what it's supposed to. It keeps the anxiety at bay. And so, like, I'm glad I'm not now because I found other ways to deal with it. But it's like they could have let that go for a lot longer and weaned me off of it a lot more gently.
Yeah, that's a pretty vicious withdrawal one though too, man. From what I've heard, benzos are tough, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when I went off of the benzos, that was pretty tough because I had like, I stopped taking the lorazepam when I had like 5 or 6 left, and then it was pretty tough. I ended up taking the 6 sometime over like the next year, spaced out over like a 12-month period. But I'm glad I just don't have to deal with the nonsense. Like, I'm not a fan of dealing with, like, I have to go in and pick up my medication at the pharmacy because it's a fucking controlled substance.
Right.
All that kind of nonsense. To me, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Makes...
Oh, I saw a crazy Dutch children's movie. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, anything that's like a management thing that's on a regular fucking schedule, it's like at a certain point, you seem like you should be able to get like a pass on that shit.
You would think it would make sense.
Yeah, like I get the whole controlled substance angle, absolutely, but like if you're fucking taking it for months at a time, like, okay, this is obviously legit, so can you just mail it to me?
Yeah. That's how I get all my other meds. Like, I just get them mailed to me. It's pretty nice. Order them like a couple of weeks before they're empty, and you get a whole new bottle in the mail. Oh, anyway, I watched this Dutch children's cartoon movie. And it was about, like, apparently this whole society is based off of adventuring and getting, treasures. So like, but all like Indiana Jones style. Like it's mercilessly Indiana Jones style. Like the main characters that are like adventurers, whenever it shows them, almost always have like a whip, the hat, the jacket, and then it changes towards the end of the movie. But in the beginning of the movie, there's a lot of Indiana Jones stuff, really, really obviously. And this guy finds a baby. They find a baby that's they're all animals. It's not humans. And it's half chicken, half rabbit, so they call it Chicken Hair. That's his name.
Okay.
It's like, that's a great name, guys. You guys are really fucking creative with that one. Nobody else is named as their animal. Like, there's not some dog named Dog or some fucking cat named Cat.
So
Everyone else has totally normal names.
right? Not H-A-R, H-A-I-R.
No,
So
just chicken hair like A-R-E, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
And then he's the only one who's half chicken, half hair. So everybody makes fun of him, and that's the whole point of the movie, is he has to get over his, like, his self-hatred of because people made fun of him for being half chicken, half hair.
All right.
And he does so by hooking up with this skunk lady named, like, Meg or something. Or no, yeah, it's Meg. The skunk. I'm sure you can imagine what her excellent ability is that saves them time and time again. I did like the pun, though. They were going through the jungle, and they had to deal with natives, like, hostile natives in the jungle. And they were little tiny pink pigs, because they were pygmies.
Wow.
It was bad. The Dutch apparently really like their puns.
Damn.
And on that thrilling, adventurous note, I think we're about done. We're a little bit over time, actually.
Yeah, I just saw what time was ago. So, yeah, and I gotta go take care of my prescription shit. So,
yeah,
really bad.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
if anybody stuck around, and nobody did, so